So you want to learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knops guy loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place to rather spend the money nice than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded Guys.
Oh yeah! Yeah!
It's time to do a Slim Jim?
That's the glass he got out today.
Oh, nice.
I looked over mid-song and saw that and was like, yeah, I'm
Doing it.
I'm doing it. I'm going for it.
Hell's
I'm not Macho Man, but, you know, I'm Nacho Man. I eat all the nachos.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I meant like his, you know, not yours, nachos.
No,
not mine, nachos.
I nacho anybody's, man. All right, that's fine. Oh, fuck me.
Oh, cramp.
Oh, shit.
Too many glizzies.
Oh, my God. That just took me down.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Oh, shit. Welcome back to the Two Beerded Guys. I'm TBG_ops guy.
Mudhog, B&Q.
And behind the camera, the one, the only.
Off-screen Matt.
Oh, fuck. Woo! All right. That's a little better.
Where'd you cramp up at?
Oh, it's like right at the gluteus maximus, right at the top of the hammy into the glue. Wow, there's no way to stretch that out as easy.
Do we get you a banana or something? Like,
Oh, shit. Need some fucking pickle juice is what I goddamn need. Not a pickle beer. Woo! All right. That was a fun way to start this show. I'm glad we didn't have a guest. I'd have probably knocked him over.
Yeah, probably.
Anyway, we have six.
It's kind of fun to watch.
We have 6 beers lined up for you.
Yeah. We kind of went with 6 with the, you know, if there's a couple bad ones, which there could be.
There's a couple that aren't past their prime, but are older that we've been holding on to that I was like, well, nobody's on the show. It's a good day to get rid of them. So, but yeah, we're excited to do the show. Just a reminder, thank you to all our lovely partners and sponsors on the right side of your screen, whether it's Indiana on Tap, one of the best beer partners we could possibly ever want. Turfs Up Radio, thank you for sponsoring our Drunken Movie Reviews, which it is the last movie for
Kevin Smith month.
Real excited for that.
It's going to be interesting.
It might be one of my favorite conversations we'll probably have. I'm excited.
I'm curious to see how it goes.
Water Performance Technologies
Yeah.
LLC. Thank you to all our Patreon supporters. That is starting to grow quickly. We're excited for that.
Yeah, thank you all.
We thank you to our unnamed investor who just dropped a couple grand into helping us get merch for a small percentage. I'm pretty excited for that.
Yeah.
Not of the company. We ain't giving up the company. Unless Anheuser-Busch calls, then fuck yeah, we will.
Is that a thing? Is that impossible?
What, you wouldn't sell to Coors?
No, I mean, I'd sell to any of them. I'd sell to Miller Coors.
So we've been to Coors before.
Yeah.
But, so
Motherfucker,
I've never been to Anheuser.
If Sun King calls, there's a good chance we'll sell.
Yeah.
Keep it local. I like it.
I just, so we go to Smo and be like, hey, you've been to Jungle Gyms. You know that room that had the podcast set up in?
Ooh,
That's what we want.
we'll do that at Sun King. That'd be fun as shit.
That would be fun.
Now I do want to do that.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, thank you to all those. It's great. If you don't know about our Patreon yet, make sure you go to our website, www.twobeerdedguys.com. It will take you directly to
Right
the
there.
Patreon. So that works out real well. It'll give you an idea of kind of what's there, but it's a first look at all shirts, up to 5, well, not up to, 5 shirts a year. As long as you're at the $12 level, you get 5 shirts a year. It's great. You get it on on that first renewal. So your first time paying, that renewal will send out the shirt.
And then every 2 renewals after.
Yep, it's a great way to get 5 shirts. There are times we might send out a shirt like a little quicker. There's might be one that's a little later. We'll always let you know.
Yeah.
But you're guaranteed up to 5. We're right now ahead of the game on shirts.
We are actually doing really well with where we are in this. Like, we probably have a year and a half of shirts planned out.
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
So
We got motivated and did some planning.
and
here.
not only that, like half of those are designed.
Yeah,
So
actually. We're also bringing out Beard oil is going to be at Loggers and Lawrence. We'll be selling that.
Yes.
So the bearded side of Two Bearded Guys, we're finally diving a little more into.
Yeah, we're leaning into that a little bit.
We got a lot of fun shit coming up.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. I'm excited for it. I think, we've been doing this for 3+ years now, and it's fun. Don't get me, it's super fun. I enjoy doing it. But we're always like, what are we going to do? And how are we going to make money? And we're like, oh, we should just sell shit.
It's amazing how it was that simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're dumb sometimes. It's fine. But it's been a great day. John and I've had a lot of fun. We're going to talk a little bit about that later.
Glizzies!
All the glizzies in my mouth.
You had Mudhog's glizzy in your mouth, baby.
I did. That's why I'm rocking the Mudhog shirt.
Which glizzy is that? That does mean a couple of different things.
We'll leave it to you.
You decide.
We'll leave it to you to decide.
It might be more than one.
All the glizzies. But yeah, so we have 6 beers. Matt, what is your anticipated beer?
Just because I'm a fan of Lebowski, and that's one of the best edits in a movie. This is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps.
What's it supposed to be?
This is what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. Do you see? Do you see?
Yeah. You need to actually watch the original, not the weekend TBS show.
I don't know. Some of the weekend ones are funny.
Yeah, that and then the snakes on a plane. I'm tired of these Monday through Friday monkeys on this, these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. Those are probably the best 2 edits ever.
Yeah. It's good. I like that. There's not a lot I'm looking forward to. Like the Freedom, of course, because that's the one I know I can rely on for tonight. But let me look forward to Strangers in the Alps. Yeah.
He's so scared. For me, it would be Freedom just because, obviously, I love that style of beer. But I'm going with the Incendiary Brewing. I don't think we've ever had anything from them. And it's a triple Westie.
And it's cool fucking label.
It's really fucking great can art.
Yeah, at first I thought we were just going to have like a cool label episode, and then someone kind of screwed the pooch when we pulled the second half of beers.
I mean, technically they're all decent labels except like this one.
I love them cans, so.
Show me your cans.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll do another one of those one day. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Well, put a twist on it. Show me your butt. Wait, what?
That's clearly wrong.
Is it?
So we got Rob on. He says, "Yes, show tonight. Yes, show tonight."
Buddy.
He also said while you were stroking out over there, "So get him down,
dude. That hurt." I was gonna try to walk it off, and the leg just fucking gave out.
And Brett's on as well. Says it is awesome. That popped up while you're referring to the Patreon-ness. Says he definitely needs some beard oil as well. And T-minus 6 days, fellas. Don't forget.
Brett, what the fuck are you gonna do with beard oil?
That might have been a joke. He didn't put any winky face or any emojis, but I'm guessing.
I'm really confused at what the fuck he's gonna do with beard oil.
Well, that's why he needs it, because he's got to start growing it.
Yeah, it helps promote growth.
Need to get him one of those microderms.
Yes.
He kind of like Rogaine for beard, Beard gain.
Start having microderm his face. See if that helps. Motherfucker's in his late 40s. It ain't helping.
Rob, you're going to Hops and Coasters, right? Just let us know. Because then we'll bring your shirt.
If not, we'll have to mail it. So,
yeah.
We're very excited for Hops and Coaster Drops. We'll talk more about that later as well. But that is a exciting event that we leave Friday after work. We head up there, and we will be drunk for an entire weekend.
Friday is a Hawaiian shirt day.
It is.
So you got the memo?
If you stop by the cabin, rock your Hawaiian shirts.
Yep.
It'll be the cabin with the big banner and the upside down pineapple.
And the non-broken flamingo.
Might be adjacent to it, though.
Yeah. What else you got? You looked at like you had something, Matt.
Rob also says beard oil for Brett to keep his merkin shiny.
Oh boy. So our first beer of the night is Threefold Abyss by Wayfinder. This is a West Coast Pilsner.
All right.
From the shadows emerge whispers of citrus enchantments, dancing with otherworldly tropical essences, and an unrelenting dry, crisp hoppiness. 5.8%.
Okay, almost 6. That's pretty good.
So
it's pills, right?
That's what it says. West Coast.
But
Pils.
West Coast. So what are you anticipating out of this?
I'm
With a name like West Coast Pils.
So with West Coast Pils being on the name, my thought process is I'm going to get a little dank in the hops, a little bit more piney, a little bit more bitter. Something that's in Pilsners are known for their hops in their beer anyways, but I think this isn't going to be subtle. I feel like this is going to be a little more upfront, kind of leaning into an IPA realm.
Yeah, that's my expectation too. Well worded.
Sorry to take that all.
No,
away from you.
no. I was
Well
totally
said.
fine.
John's like, damn, he fucking nailed that one.
Yep.
Wasn't expecting that.
I think it's going to be like cocoa.
That'd be really fucking fun. That's what I should have done, is just said something stupid as shit.
And that is a dope can.
Yeah, real
Possibly
happy
the
with
coolest of the lot of cool can arts today.
It's pretty cool can art. On the nose is definitely hop forward.
A little more citrus hoppy on the nose for me though than I thought it was going to be smell wise.
Definitely get some immediate hop, but it dissipates.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not like hateful hoppy.
It's a lot. It's a lot of hop, but it dissipates quick and lets you finish with almost a little bit of a malty backbone.
Yeah, I was most afraid of this one because of the whole West Coast thing, but it's more just like crisp hop.
And you get that drying pills at the end.
Lot of drying, very astringent finish.
Yeah.
Which is nice. That's a good way to balance out, especially if you're going to have that hot punch but let it dissipate. You still want something that feels the same, and having that astringent dry finish is pleasant.
I actually enjoy that.
I'm very much enjoying
That's
this
pretty
beer.
solid. It is kind of that citrusy mango kind of sort of mid flavor in there.
Yeah, it's not like just like the hop. It's like more like that citrusy hop, like
Yeah.
which I wouldn't have expected it for that. I thought they would have used a more, I guess, traditional hop. Would that be the right verbiage there?
So you see, I'm going more tropical flavor on this one, but yes, I mean we're not wrong. There's
There's something kind of more in that fruity note of this than I thought it would just be like
Maybe a
the
little
old
bit
school IPA like hop.
So maybe a little bit of grapefruity for me, but my thing is there's still that dank pine.
Oh, absolutely.
Which still keeps it in that West Coast realm.
Yeah.
Now, I think they probably added a flavoring hop to keep people from getting just good shit.
Yep. Because, I mean, you think about it, you have to, because a Westie is very stringent and bitter, and a Pils is supposed to be too.
Yeah.
So just throw a little bit of that fruity hop in there and balance it out a little bit. It's well done.
So, just so you know, guys, a little bit of reminder on our scores, plus an update on our scoring system. So, our scores are going to be the average of the 3 people on camera, usually. But today, with no guest, it will be Matt included. Woo! 3 is a perfectly average beer. Above 3 is above average. 4 or higher is seek out. Means no matter what, no matter where it's from, we're going to try to find it. We've done that many times. Not that we take a trip every year specifically to get some.
Are we talking about beer still?
That's honestly the only reason we're selling shit. Just pay for that trip.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
4, 7, 5, and 5 is not only are we seeking it out, that's now subjectively that individual's favorite beer. Under 3, below average, but that 2 to 3 is still very drinkable. Under 2, 1 to 2 is shit. I paid for this. My buddy gave it to me. I'll fucking drink it. Whatever. Under 1 is straight up drain pour. We don't do that on the show. There are sober kids in Africa, but that is, drain pour worthy. Now, with the update, you will no longer have to wait to see our scores on Untapped. We're going to do it directly in Untapped the day of.
Oh, hell.
I've been slow to do that because I like keeping my Untapped as the login just for when I'm out and about. It's easier for me. Mostly because I don't think I can even remotely remember the login information from my personal one.
No.
It's been logged in for years and I just never logged out.
Yeah.
But I decided with having to add 300 beers this past weekend and a whole notebook full of more, and some have gone missing because individual papers get lost, stuff like that. I want to make sure we keep as good a running total as possible.
Okay.
So from here on out, I have logged into mine, and when I'm not here, that'll be the only time that we'll put it on a piece of paper, and I'll put it on the week
And
after.
you've still got paper over there, so when we get those moments where we're like, hey, write that down.
Exactly. The notebook's right here.
All right.
Oh,
right.
That's not going anywhere. And what I want to do, and that's also a problem, is with the scoring system being in notebooks and our other shit added in, which is great, what has happened is when I'm done with these individual papers, I have nothing to do with them a lot of times if they're not in a notebook. So then they get tossed. Well, then some of that shit that gets written down gets lost. So what I want to do is I'm going to bring in a new notebook because I'm taking this one home with me. I'm going to bring a new notebook in to get all these scores in. And that new notebook will only be for ideas, for fun shit, and then we just won't lose that. That notebook will be what stays here.
We won't lose that.
Well, we possibly will. But it'll be what stays here. It won't be going back and forth to get scores put in, all that stuff. So it gives us a better chance to keep our good ideas in a notebook that we can keep track of and not lose out on scoring.
I like it.
So, yeah.
He didn't run this by me, but I like it.
If I'm reading between the lines
Does
here,
all the work scoring.
Tyler just wants an excuse to have his phone actually out, so that way when he does get boobies, he doesn't have to worry about trying to hide it. Right?
Really don't need an excuse to have my phone out. But yeah, so that's what's going to happen. So you'll be able to see the scores from tonight, literally as they happen. So if you miss it, you can look.
Are you gonna put our notes in there and do a little hashtag?
I might add some notes, but it won't be a lot because I want to be able to keep the show moving.
That's fair.
Yeah. If it's a real shitty beer, there'll definitely be notes. If it's an amazing beer,
You all are dumb. There's no way this is an average 4.48.
Oh yeah, shitty beers or incredible beers will probably have notes, especially if it's like we're giving it a 2.5 or 0.25 and somebody had it as a 4. Probably gonna be like, all right, motherfuckers. So this beer's fantastic though.
Speaking of this beer, Rob said that it is his expectation that people are just throwing names together to justify the mess they made. West Coast Pills sounds to him like a labradoodle of beers.
You mean most beers anymore? What happened? How did a hazy become a thing? How did
they mix their Westie and they mix their pills and they accidentally. So yeah, what happened with that one is the Bright Tank guy.
John loves blaming the Bright Tank guy.
They just hooked up to the wrong tank when they were transferring it, and they put it in an already full tank.
Gibbons, by the way, thank you for adding in the link to our YouTube today onto the page that. Oh
God, everybody's so much better at this than we are.
Well, why did you put a post on here too?
Yeah.
My post about those beers literally is.
Like I went and looked, I didn't see.
You're a fucking moron.
Just making sure, buddy. My one thing is over communicate.
Tonight's live beer lineup. Live at 7 p.m. YouTube only.
Oh, okay.
Prost.
Cool.
Yeah.
I thought it went to a reel only. I was like, oh.
Went to what?
A reel?
Oh, I think the real only fans that Tyler still got.
You're pretty. All right. So, John, you are the first to score.
A couple other quick things while John's figuring about a score.
I know what score is.
Brett says, don't forget Tickles Your Elmo. Sorry, we kind of made a little late on that when Tyler was busy on a talk train. He also says, publish the TBG Bible. Which I don't know if we have that officially yet. But...
So all our random notes that are now missing and gone? Okay.
That's the Lost Scriptures.
The sacred text.
The first 3. First 3 years.
And Gibbons says...
When we wandered the desert alone.
Tyler never knows when Rob's going to send him something wildly inappropriate on Insta.
I was a little nervous, by the way, when I saw Rob commented. I'm like, what the fuck did he put on our face?
Right.
But it was appreciative. We appreciate you.
Quick question for you guys before you do score. Mine has lost completely any carbonation right now. Is that seem weird to anyone?
Too.
That's the only kind of knock I've got on.
Mine actually hasn't.
Well,
I'm like
somehow I have no beer left, but I've had.
Yeah, mine wasn't.
Yeah, no, I thought it was carved well.
Yeah, you don't need to overcarb this one. The pills typically can be a little bit more, but
yeah, it's kind of like for a pill. I thought it should be still bubbly.
I think the astringency makes it not necessary to add bubbles. And we're also pouring into 3 glasses, and, it's a lot of shit. Beer-wise, though, John, score.
I really enjoyed this.
I started to grab that out of habit.
That's 3.5 years of habit, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm a 4 1/4. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a little bit unique. Whether they purposely did it or it just... yeah, they probably had a bartender just mixing. I was like, oh, this is really good. We should actually do this.
But let's do it right.
Yeah.
Man, I'm impressed. It is not a beer that I would have ever thought of.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, right? The hops
really
and Pilsner,
does.
the hops and Westie. The flavor profile makes sense. I'm a little disappointed that you and I never thought of it. Not that we would have made it, but that we didn't think about it.
No, my mind gets stuck in baklava, sort of.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it at 4.5.
All right.
Matt, what about you?
Not
Since I have to remember to ask you today.
Yeah. The not hop guy in the crowd here, I'm not as big a fan personally, but I can't say it's not good. That is actually really tasty, even despite the fact that I don't like the hoppy stuff.
And you don't like pills either, so.
Yeah, that's really unique. It's really well done. It's got a cool, interesting, different flavor. I'm a little bummed that the carb didn't stay as well. I don't need a whole lot more, but a little bit more lasting through the glass I think would have been nicer. All that said, though, so we give it a 4.
Nice. So
I
it will
would
be
like to
a
have
4
more,
and
and that's a good beer to like share too, like just like experience beer. You know, like we talked about those. Like that's something because it's so different. It's cool just to have and share and try.
I agree.
Without being fruit this and that and sugar.
4.25 is the average. It is now already on Untapped. So therefore, if you missed the score at any point, you can go back and immediately be up to date with us.
All right.
The
I
average
need to
score
look that up.
on Untapped for this beer, though, which is another reason I'm doing it because we can have a little fun with that, is a 4.04. So not bad. 4.04.
Okay.
Oh, look at that! See, I'm still almost the average.
That is funny as hell, by the way. But ours is slightly above average on that score. But
But you know what? It's got that dankness to it that a lot of people don't like.
I enjoyed that, and I'm impressed. Over a 4 with a little bit of dankness on a Pilsner. That's a good score.
We had a couple of wayfinders, I think, and they seem to.
We've had some decent
They
wayfinders.
usually
Yeah.
just seem to like not let down.
Here,
they
you
seem
can
be
hold on
pretty
to that.
solid. So good to see that trend continue.
I'm gonna draw dicks.
What else is new? All right, so our next beer is the Rain City Roast Coffee Cream Ale. This is by Rubens Brews. Coffee is probably our second favorite beverage, and over the years we've enjoyed experimenting with it in different beers. Bright and I'm really worried about what he's doing over there. Bright and smooth with a touch of sweetness. This cream ale is made with pale and pilsner malt, a small amount of flaked corn, coffee from our friends and frequent collaborators at Kuma Coffee. Visit our Ballard tasting rooms. This is out of Seattle, Washington. So
Did I catch a flaked corn in there with
probably
cream ale
flaked
and coffee?
corn. Flaked corn.
Flicked like
Flaked.
Flaked.
flaked. That's what I
Flake.
said first.
Corn's in cream ale.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
So it makes a cream ale.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's such an Indiana thing.
Duly noted.
Yeah. So shoot, there was something else. Oh, John, while I pour this, why don't you talk a little bit about what we were up to today?
Yeah. So really had a fun day, long day. Both of us about died.
Dude, it was a long day.
But
How long was it?
Long.
Well, at least
Why do you
6
think I
hours,
fucking
I thought.
cramped?
yeah. So with my Mudhog B&Q, ooh, do a lot of barbecue, do it at different breweries, do it at different events, and I was just like, if I added hot dogs, that'd be super easy to do. And so it's something I think about doing is adding hot dogs to the repertoire. And so today I fed the neighborhood. For free, I bought 100 hot dogs, did some taste testing, and just set up a tent outside just on the corner of the street. And I worked that corner, buddy. And they ate so many
you
people.
did?
So many
We
people. Yeah, we did work
Just
that
slinging
corner.
your meat on the corner of the street?
Slinging my meat on the corner of the street.
2 for 1 special.
So many people put
You
that
and him?
mud hog in their mouth. It was great.
It really is true.
It was fun because we had 6 different dogs to try. We didn't really find a consensus, but there were some close battles there as far as people's favorite dogs.
It was a lot of fun.
And I got a prototype, the Mudhog dog.
We did.
So that's the all beef frank with the mac and cheese, the pulled pork,
2
the
barbecue
barbecue
sauces.
drizzle, yep, the sweetened vinegar, and then topped off with the crushed salt and vinegar chips.
It was a damn good time. We had a blast. We got to talk to people, which is right up all of our alleys.
I get to feed people.
John and I had fun. It was a good time. We tried to teach Kylie how to be a little bit of an entrepreneur. I started to add words and letters.
I need to figure something else out for her.
Yeah, she was struggling a little bit.
Kylie, what is 47 minus 10?
Yeah.
How many inches? Is it?
47 minus 16. Pretty simple. Nope. We went through that. Okay, so let's break it down even simpler. 47 minus 10. 17. Whoa, shit.
Yeah, it's not working well.
We love you, but oh my god.
Yeah.
And Brett says, sounds like you boys handled a lot of wieners today.
We did.
Sure did.
Fucking lot of wingers.
Some foot longs too. Even longer.
Dude, there was a couple that were some girthy motherfuckers too.
Oh, yeah.
Now, were they girthy and lengthy, or was it one or the other?
Both.
It was both.
Okay, I was going to say, this is art imitate reality,
Well, we had to chop it in half. A third? Maybe.
Oh, those got chopped up in like fucking 16ths. It's 5% by the way.
Okay.
You've got the coffee on the nose, like a nice little
Coffee on the nose.
coffee smell.
Big Gulp, I get it more.
Yeah, I mean, it's for a light beer and a cream ale. I kind of wouldn't expect it to be like heavy-handed with the coffee. It's a nice hint o coffee.
Hinto coffee.
Like it's you get the flavor up there. It's kind of more like a I don't know, creamy isn't the right word, but like almost like a latte kind of thing, where it's like that lighter.
But that's
body.
the thing. It's not lighter body.
It's a decent heavy cream ale.
Yeah. Like, it's not as refreshing and easy drinking as some cream ales.
I guess I should say more like the flavor is lighter, not necessarily the body lighter, if that makes sense.
It's fair.
And
It's fair.
I mean, like compared to like a lot of coffee styles, like it's like coffee, and this is like coffee.
It's a hint.
The coffee's done well though. I was a little worried. Cream ale.
Always worried about coffee.
Coffee scares us. It's not green. It's not soured. It's not
Overly roasty.
It's not burnt. This is actually pretty pleasant.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want that burnt coffee feel in a cream ale.
Not in cream ale.
So it's really nice how well it's done. It's a little subtle. Bigger gulp gets you a little more. That's with a lot of things, ladies. Oh shit.
Joel Xavier checks in, says happy to see OSM back on the socials.
What's up, buddy?
Oh yeah, OSM is back on Instagram. Make sure you check that out. Also, OSM's birthday is in 2 days. Make sure you wish him a happy birthday.
Shit, it is.
He needs Facebook to remember.
You're not. I mean, 39. Who really cares, right?
I love how John and I are like, yeah, we know Matt's birthday. Matt's like, fuck, my birthday's coming up. Goddamn.
That's somewhere in September. Probably on the earlier side.
I love you so much. But if you are going to be at Hops and Coaster Drops, make sure you come say hi to Offscreen Matt. Wish him a happy little bit belated birthday. Buy him a free beer. You know, it'll be a great time.
As everybody wins.
He really likes frozen bananas. No.
I was a little let down with the frozen
We
bananas.
all were. Yeah, I was a little disappointed.
I'd never had one, and I was like so excited to try it. I was like,
Meh.
yeah. I mean, because I guess a banana is not really like a robust flavor anyway. So when you freeze it and chocolate cover it, there's not a whole lot of flavor left of it. You're just eating something phallic.
He just needed the nuts.
You did.
I did. Mine did have nuts.
How are the nuts?
Nutty, salty,
All right.
crunchy, had a nice texture.
Ooh, crunchy. Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this beverage is good. I think it's done well. I don't like cream ales. That's part of my problem here. But also, I would want just a little more coffee flavor. I think if I have to big gulp it, I want a little more so I don't have to big gulp it just to get the flavor I want.
Okay.
But overall, not a bad beer.
It's not a bad beer.
Russell says sounds like a weird summer camp story.
Pretty much.
Go ahead, you go first.
I am first. I'm going to give it just a 3. I like it more than I thought I would, but still just a 3 for me.
I actually kind of like this quite a bit. Like, I'm not a cream ale fan. I like coffee, but this is like barely coffee. It's lighter drinking for like if I wanted something coffee flavored but not heavy like a stout. Like I would drink this outside today on the 90
Here, I can
degree
keep that over here. I got you.
Midwest humidity and have been like content drinking this. I'm gonna give this a 3.75.
Woo! Nice score, nice score. Little high, but nice score.
Yeah,
Go ahead and give us a rinse if you don't mind, Matt.
I can't do that. This one's weird for me. Do I think it's a fine drinking beer? Yeah, I think it tastes fine.
You taste fine.
Hell yeah, buddy. You had enough of me in you today. Now my problem with it that is I just don't think it's a well-made cream ale. I think it's a little heavier than a cream ale normally is. This is one I think it could use a little bit more carb because it's a cream ale. I don't think it's an easy drinker.
Not really.
Although I appreciate the way the coffee is done, like it wasn't until a big gulp that I really got it either. So I was gonna go 2.75.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a
Well, a step below you.
That's a lot. That comes out to a 3 1/4.
What's the on tap say? See if I'm the right one or the wrong one here.
You were the closest to right according to Untapped, which means you're wrong.
Wrong, yeah.
Untapped score is a 4.02.
Wow. That's even higher than me.
Yeah.
It's Untapped.
Yeah. Untapped either hammers a beer or strokes its dick, it seems like. Then you have us coming in like, meh.
Yeah, which speaking of that, what's our average scores?
So our average right now, which is actually higher than it's ever been, the last 300 beers that I put in, had some good weeks on it. I actually took a picture of one of the weeks because we've had some really bad weeks lately, which once I put those in, we'll definitely lower it back down.
Yeah.
But we had a week where I sent them that nothing was lower than a 4.25, I think.
Yeah.
And we had 2
Maybe
fives.
those again.
Like, it was a fucking just banger week. And there was 3 or 4 that were similar to that. But our current average is a 3.42.
So we're not dicks
No. Not
most of the time.
yeah.
Most of us.
We've had 32 5 overalls.
Okay.
Technically it's 35 on here, but there's 3 that are double scored because we had it a couple times in a state of 5.
Okay.
But
Now, how many beers was the grand total? Like, that's less than a 10%.
right now we're at 1,141 beers.
Wow, so that's...
And there's a lot missing.
Now, yes and no. So I did the math that's kind of accurate with weeks we've had off, only having Mondays. There's probably a good 500 beers not included, either between what's in the notebook or what's lost permanently. So we're probably about anywhere between 400 and 500 short. But that's not awful, all things considered that over 3.5 years we've been writing them down.
We got 2/3 of them in there.
And we've been writing them down on all sorts of shit. Sometimes notebooks, sometimes just scrap pieces of paper.
So out of 1,000, we've had 30 5 stars.
32 5 stars.
That's a... I don't know if that's good or bad. That sounds like a sad kind of...
But how many 0.25s?
0.25s, we have only 6 that are 0.25s.
I know that's a better...
But we have another 6 at 0.5, another 6 at 0.75, 9 ones.
So, but still, I mean, the number that's in that range
Now,
is
for instance,
a lot lower than the range of 4 and above.
2.25 is 33, so it's a pretty low score with a decent amount of scoring. We have our next high at 3.0 is 72 beers. And again, this is a average, and it's not just the 3 of us. So typically, it's John and I and a guest. Sometimes guests do skew the numbers one way or another. It can be interesting. Our top rating is 3.5 at 133 ratings.
Yep.
That is our top.
That doesn't shock me. There's a lot of times we say, that's pretty good beer. Wouldn't seek it out. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Nobody gets 3.5.
Yeah. So that is where we're at right now. I think it's kind of fun to be able to do this and see a little more of what we're doing kind of live. So
I like fun stats.
I do too. Yeah. I do too.
So speaking of fun, though, Brett says, thanks for the Mudhog Reads content.
Oh, on the Patreon.
And Jules,
You have another one coming this week.
Woo!
Jules Xavier asked, TBG episode live from Iowa Tap Room?
Yes, yeah, I'm actually down for that. So,
I'd be down for that. It'll be a few months, but I think we can make it work.
and I mean, we may know the taproom manager, so
Who's that guy again? Jules Xavier, right?
Jules Xavier.
Yeah.
I told him, I was just like, you need to do a Two Beerded Guys recommends list.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. The 100 beers on tap, they're all most Iowa beers. I'm like, yeah, we'll make it up. It's fine.
We'll have fun.
Just tell us what you like. Just throw our name on it.
The ones we know, we'll add, and the ones we don't, we'll just have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Well, if we got 100 beers on tap, we're going to try them all, right?
Like Pokemon.
Yes.
Gotta catch them all. Gotta catch them all.
Yeah.
I mean, we're staying 2 days.
Gotta catch them all. Liver failure.
Sounds like a totally set. I mean, we did not far from that on one day in the beer fest in 9,000 degree weather.
We about died.
Well, I mean, you definitely took a power nap, but
Yeah.
Was it a power nap or a power sleep?
that was more of a nap range. That wasn't a full 3 hours.
That was a pass out though, not a nap.
I love it. I love it.
I mean, we did our damnedest to hit 100, all 100 vendors in one beer fest. We had 4 hours to do it.
Speaking of beer, by the way, we did brew again this Saturday with our good buddy Smo Money, the smartest man in beer. Speaking of which, I'm going to give you guys a little update on some guests coming up.
Oh yeah.
All right, we'll talk more about the beer that we made here later, but I want to make sure
His
that...
ADHD jumped. He's like, wait, I gotta
No, I was
remember.
using the Smo to transfer. Transition. So 9/18, we have a lovely lady coming on who loves beer, loves just being a fun person. She'll be on here, Madison. We have Barton.
Can we call her Hot Mom?
I mean, that's what the episode name's going to be.
It's also what's in there. So Hot Mom is going to be on 9/18. We're working on filling 9/11 still. 9/25 is Barton Lewis, which you all know from Indiana on Tap, as well as one of the owners of the Du Bois County Bombers. We're going to hear about his first season owning a baseball team. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think that'll be a great episode.
Can I call in from Seattle?
Absolutely.
All right.
On 10/16, we have RJ from RJ Leatherworks. In case you don't know, RJ makes all the like random cool coasters you see us pop up with. This
Not
is
all of them, but
this is a koozie that he made. This isn't beer, but all great leatherwork. Matt has a great belt by it, or it's John. My bad. But he does really cool.
Strap.
It's going to be a lot of fun having him in here. We've been wanting to get him on the show for a while. We were able to do that. Smo will be back on the 23rd of October.
Yes.
Smartest man in beer. So we got some stuff. We also have another Sun King employee coming in early November. Gabby, who works in the testing department at Sun King, doing all that kind of stuff. And we'll get to hear a lot more. Smo does not only that, but Smo's now in charge of a lot of things. So Smo knows a lot about beer, but talks about a lot of stuff. And now he's been on the show a lot, so we talk about other things than just his Sun King connections. But Gabby will really be able to dive in. She's not been there that long, less than a year.
Yeah.
So we're going to be able to see what being in the testing department under Smo, so we get to really hear her make fun of him.
Yes.
In less than a year at a pretty good-sized brewery, what that's like. So Smo's been doing it long enough, he doesn't know what it's like anymore to bump into it. This is a new one, so.
We'll get homeboy from Daredevil.
Yes, the head brewer
down.
from Daredevil will be back, or will be on, rescheduled soon. We're working on that. We got a lot more in the works. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I've sent way too many text messages and emails lately. Just waiting on guys to get back when they were scheduled.
When is AJ Foyt going to be on?
Still working on that one. Still working on that
Wait
one.
on that text to come back.
Still waiting on that email. Or 4. It's fine.
I appreciate the effort.
I'm only doing it because I think that'd be the funniest shit. And he's one of my heroes, so I'll take anybody in the Foyt family, to be honest. Like, it could be the fourth cousin down the road.
Yeah.
Just gets a blank reply letter, just frames it, hangs it back there on the wall.
Keanu Reeves is going to be in town, right?
Oh my god, I'm emailing him now.
That would be
He's
proper.
performing that night, though.
So John has learned.
Backstage.
John's
Backstage
learned
interviews.
recently that I may or may not send emails to celebrities in Indiana just to see if I can get them on the show.
Go look at the email sense.
They're all sent from my personal. I didn't want you to know. I was scared, dude. I was like, John's gonna make fun of me or post these.
I mean, from what you hear about Keanu Reeves, like, it wouldn't be the most surprising thing if he was like, yeah.
Have you messaged Pat yet?
I have not. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Well, how did I not think of that one?
Pat's the one most likely to buy us out.
All right. So
We'll be talking about Mr. Money McAfee.
Yes.
I'm not
our
sure if that's his nickname on WWE, but it sure should be.
I will say, because a lot of those emails I sent were earlier in our Two Beerded Guys.
Make sure you send it from our Two Bearded Guys email.
I will now, but most of those were.
I want to see.
Hey, most of those were very early in our.
That's fair.
When I shouldn't have been sending them, but I was sending them because I was just trying shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's why you weren't gonna see them, because I was scared. John's gonna make fun of me. Sorry, I got
Hustle, baby.
I got very ADD there for a hot second.
Yeah, you did.
That's the only problem with doing this on Untapped, is there's a lot going on.
Rob says, is Oprah still live in Indy?
Oprah lived in Indy?
He says Indiana, so maybe at some point. Somewhere.
I'm sure she did. Our next beer is the Frambozen. Frambozen from Freedom Ale Works. Or Freedom something. Is it Ale Works? Sounds right. I don't know. From Freedom. This is Freedom's Frambozen is made by adding fresh raspberries to our lambic-inspired ale, resulting in aromas of ripe berries and a tart, prickly finish. If that sounds intriguing, just wait until you taste it. Matt's going to hate everything about this.
I already do.
This was made in 2022, barrel-aged, and 5.7%. I can't wait to watch Matt's face.
Let's go.
Favorite thing about drinking these, John, besides the fact that I adore them,
Yeah, they're fantastic.
is watching Matt's face every time we do it.
Yeah.
It really is.
There's been a few times where I was pleasantly surprised, but yeah, most is just not my bag.
You like the pineapple one, right? Is that the one that to me is the one that still stands out the most?
You really like the pineapple one a lot.
Which is probably not even my favorite, but that's the one that stands out.
Well, it's because it's different than most sours that you try.
Yeah.
You know, even traditionals, you don't get a lot of pineapple flavored traditional sours.
You probably give me the light pour.
I
on this
am.
one.
Have you not noticed your pour right
I
now?
didn't. But I was like, well, then I saw the bottle going back to that glass. I was like, oh, he's gonna do it.
Oh, just a little splash more.
Okay.
Damn it, I did it again. I forgot what glass was mine.
Oops.
There you go, buddy.
John got a bigger pour.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that nose is unbelievable.
Unbelievably
jam and
funky.
funky.
That is incredible.
It's like here come the mummies right here, baby.
Speaking of jam, though, we were given a jam today.
We did.
Habanero jam.
Yeah, from one of our local firemen. So,
I'm excited to try that.
yeah, we say it took it to the station and they ate the shit out of it. So
We were giving away free hot dogs, and some reason he thought he needed a barter system.
Barter
free
system.
hot dogs.
Oh, yeah.
We did not complain.
no,
But yeah,
I'm excited to get that. It's separated a little bit, but
yeah, I'm excited to try it.
stir it up.
So Russ says, I miss Pafrium, especially that time where he and John were flying kiteboarders.
Yes.
Or watching the kiteboarders.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way either one of... Well, Russell would have. There's no way John did it.
I saw Kai, I was like, flying kite. Nope, not flying, watching. Sorry. Whoops.
Yeah, that was a great trip, and I wish I still had a connection out there to get me my quarterly monthly. My quarterly monthly. My quarterly
like
reflex.
And Rob also says his current pet peeve is dickheads who forget there are areas of Indiana outside the 317 area code.
Well, I don't forget things like that. I just didn't know Oprah lived here.
Someone asked me what's your favorite beer in the Indy area, and I was like, oh, Hoplar and Windmill. They're like, I said the Indy area.
That's the problem. Is we actually forget Indy when it comes to beer.
Yeah. Well, there's Sun King.
There's a lot of mad beer in Indy. A lot of great beer in Indiana. A lot of mad beer in Indy.
I really like this. It is all sorts of pleasant.
Holy shit.
Yep.
That raspberry jamminess is fantastic with a nice lambic finish. Very drying, very astringent.
And it smells more funky than it actually is. It's tart, but...
Yeah, that one's much more manageable. I feel like drinking a lot of this, I might run risk of heartburn, but it's not as bad, Britannomyces, funky, just foot as I was expecting.
Britannomyces.
I'm a little impressed with that.
I am impressed with that.
Well, I know what I don't like.
3.5 years.
We're teaching him shit.
We are.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, this is one of the top ones we've had from them.
Yeah, that is. Damn. Guys, I know that they make incredible beer in general, and any of you...
But we haven't been, fanboy about them.
No.
We're giving them lower scores.
But my thing is, if you've never tried their funky shit, it's what they're known for.
Yeah.
Now, they've had incredible stouts, they've had incredible everything, but they're known for this.
Yeah.
And if you have not had it yet, please try
Do
it.
whatever you can to get your hands on some.
I think it's safe to say, though, that if you're not a fan of this style...
Still do it.
I mean, you're sitting there and you're like... You're drinking it because... And you're like, okay, not my style, but this isn't bad.
Kevin Smolar is the only friend of the Two Beerded Guys who has checked into this beer before.
This is good for what it is, but I would definitely never drink this again.
Oh, if I had it and I was like, hey, I popped this open, you'd be like, all right.
Also,
I'd probably like, you enjoy that, buddy.
if you are on Untapped and are not following / friends with the Two Bearded Guys on there yet, do so. Especially now with us doing the check-ins
I want
live.
to see who drank what we drink.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to do that. It'll be kind of a look in to see what our friends like, what they don't like. Be a good way to hey, if we see that you've tagged and scored high 72 different lagers in a row, and we know we're gonna have a lager heavy episode, we'll let you know what we're drinking. We'll reach out. Yeah. So make sure you follow us, be friends with us, especially now that we're doing this live. It'll be a good way for us to, have a little more contact with our fellow peeps, our TBGU people.
I love it.
I'm in a really good mood.
Yeah. Well,
Despite falling down with a cramp at the start of the show, I'm in a great mood.
despite having a heart attack earlier.
That was you.
Yeah, it was me. Really fucking hot outside.
It was just thick.
It was.
And Russ says, that was an awesome explanation, Tyler. They are known for their special style. Family owned and so peculiar yet amazing.
And yet they're known for this, and then it'll drop like bomb-ass stout or a bomb-ass lager.
Pills, lager,
And
yeah.
just be like, oh, no, we can still literally do better than most people with these other things. But this is what we're known for.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It threw Matt for a
It
loop.
is a beautiful location out there. Like, I need to take you guys.
Well, it threw Matt for a loop because originally we'd only had their stout.
Yeah, and then we started having a lot of not that. And I'm
Which
like,
has
what the
made
fuck?
my absolute fucking day.
Yeah.
But not so much Matt's.
Yeah.
But, it's fine. Man, I
Matt
can't...
gets to go first.
Matt, you are first to score this. Remember, you do like this one.
Heavy burden. I didn't say that. Said I didn't dislike it as much as I thought I would. Now,
That's kind of how I count these for him liking. Yeah.
yeah, it is well made. I'm sure for this style, if you're into it, this is really good. For someone that's not in this style, admittedly and proudly, it does taste better than I thought it was going to. It's more manageable. It's not as like super funky where I'm just
That
like
big gulp was great.
immediately get like the bitter beer face on 12 that Tyler is always looking forward to.
I do enjoy it.
Per the scoring regulations and trying to take myself out of it, I would not search this out, so I can't give it a 4, but I'll give it as high as I can without it because I know the quality of the beer is there. I'll give it a 3.75.
Matt does a good job at that. He
Yeah.
tries not to
Yeah,
screw
he does.
beers that just because he doesn't like them.
I'll be objective.
I
I
try.
like it.
But then he'll be way too nice on shitty beers sometimes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Which is why I think we have less .25s than we probably could have.
But I don't usually count. I just matter.
Yeah.
Yep.
John,
Some
go
days.
ahead. I think you matter. Kelly might not, but I think you matter.
I think it's fantastic. It is one of my favorites that we've had from them. I love the raspberry in this. I love the level of funkiness in this. I'm gonna go with 5 on it.
Big score.
I really,
Swinging.
I
Big
really
score.
enjoy this.
Big score.
Yeah, I know.
Tyler's even perplexed.
I thought of 4.75, and I was just like, "There's no reason why."
So I am going 4.75. That is for me what this sits at. We try not to compare, but I've definitely had a few of Lara's styles that I like more. A few of their lambics I like more. It's a very fucking good beer.
Yeah.
But I'm not at a 5, so 5, 4.75, and 3.75. What the hell does that average out to? I mean, just because I'm not writing them down, I still need you to calculate sometimes.
All right, man.
My guess is 4.5.
I think so, but let's check.
But Matt and I are not
4.5.
best friends.
Mething you?
I did that on purpose.
You did have a weekend. No wonder you stroked out.
I didn't stroke out.
Cramped up,
I
whatever.
cramped up.
Yeah, that was 4.5.
All right. 4.5, great beer.
From this side, it looked the same.
The average score on Untapped. Sorry, we got like 4 badges on that one. The average score is a 4.12. So we're slightly above.
See, that was close. to
We
going
are
over.
lower than our
Boy.
one friend who has scored this before.
Okay.
Smo is a 4.75.
Well, there we are. And he's the smartest man in beer, so.
Most of the time. So,
He agreed with you.
I know.
The one time he could validate your opinion, you're like, yeah, he's usually right.
Yeah, but I love giving Smo shit, so it's a win-win. He's the smartest man in beer, but his wife's the smartest person I know, so.
And scary.
And terrifying. Guys, that is a great first half. We were a little worried about the start of the show. It's turned out pretty well.
Decent.
We still got the second half to
I'm not
drag it
mad
down,
at
though.
it.
Yeah, it's not, it definitely, yeah, the back half scares the shit out of me. I threw the Frambozen in there to make sure the front half was good.
It could balance itself out here.
Before we go to break, just stay and watch or listen for the break.
Yeah, don't walk away from your computer right away. Make sure you
can hear it.
Yeah, make sure you can hear it. We got a little surprise for you for the start. For the first part of the break. Be a nice little addition. Thank you, Cynthia, for the wonderful idea.
Yeah. All right. Have fun. We'll be back.
That was a great hour one.
Here's a recent clip.
From Two Beerded Guys, Drunken Movie Review.
I had 2 malls in my hometown, which is ironic because it was a small town. Like, we had the old mall, which was dying and where people went to, like, buy baseball cards and, like, just be sad. And there was the new mall where there's actually stores you could shop at. So, like, that was very much it for me. It's like, oh, we're going to the old mall? Ugh.
And I lived between Muncie and Anderson, which means you had the Muncie Mall, which at the time was solid.
And then,
you had Mounds Mall in Anderson.
They debated flooding and making it into a lake. Yeah.
Well, during that time is when he gets stink palmed, because I had to talk about it.
Yeah, it is. Knew it was coming.
Jason Lee, Brody is hilarious in this because Brody comes up with the stink palm, right? And
Go ahead and describe what the stink palm is.
Don't worry,
We don't need, no, people watch the movie.
puts his hand in his pants in the backside.
After walking around the mall.
After walking around being sweaty, getting that swass going. And, really digs in there. And then, gets that smell all up in it because that thing lasts for at least 2 days.
At least a couple days.
Which, why would you do that to yourself? But anyway, so...
He just asked that. It's a small price to pay for vindicating your enemies.
You shake the guy's hand, it's now on his hand, right? Well, it kind of doubles down because he does shake his hand. But then Michael Rooker starts digging in the chocolate-covered pretzels
that are melty.
Which, again, Brody knew this was happening because he straight up was like...
He puts that in his hand.
Smears it. Do you want a chocolate-covered pretzel? And then it's like smearing it in his hand. It was like, I'm just saying, I'm young, I'm viral. If you need a 23...
Viral or virile?
Virile, I think that's what he said.
Viral would be like you're contagious.
John and off-screen man, big bushy beards and nothing hides. Two bearded guys. Oh yes they are 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 two bearded guys.
How many of us?
Two bearded guys.
There's 2 of us. You're right. Holy shit.
I can count. Unlike some of my offspring. One of my offspring.
As we said earlier, you have a Kylie.
You looked what you were talking about the picture you just got too. You're like, well, she likes IPAs and he likes stouts. Sounds like one of those ladies like an 80s sitcom or something.
That is kind of funny. Our good friend
The
Jim.
beer couple.
Our good friend Jim just sent us a picture, which you guys are always welcome to send us pictures of what you're drinking. It's a lot of fun. But we just got a picture of a whole bunch of IPAs.
Yeah.
One bearded guy and his wife is what he called it. I'm like, Jim doesn't drink IPAs, and those are all IPAs. The wife chose the beers tonight. That was the most like, yeah, there's no way in hell this was Jim's lineup. Nope.
I appreciate Jim and Mindy both. They're just awesome.
They're great people. We're shipping out. I told them we're shipping out their shirts to them soon. We do have a handful of shirts, guys, right now, with more coming. There are just about at least one of every size left still of the Hop Wars. You can find that on our Instagram. And there'll be more posts coming up about some stuff. But there's no reason. We got some events coming up. You'll be able to find us at Loggers in Lawrence. You will have 3 new shirt designs. So the Hop Wars and then 2 more that have not been posted on Instagram yet. We are excited for that.
Really are.
We still have a couple TBG Live shirts, which means there will be 4 shirts to choose from. Beard oil and
some beer gadgets.
Our beer gadgets. It's going to be a fun day.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun day.
Actually
and it's always ridiculously hot, so come hydrated and then drink more water while you're there.
And it's Loggers and Lawrence, so there's a Stein holding contest.
Wiener dog race.
Wiener dog race. If you have a wiener dog, bring it. It's so hilarious.
Not much German food, actually.
No, that's the disappointing part.
Yeah.
But the best part is we're there. I will not be participating in the Stein holding this year, unfortunately.
You would totally be first out.
My recent shoulder surgery, I wouldn't be able to get the Stein up.
No.
I could probably try it left-handed, but that would be a
Matt, we need
quick
you.
out.
Yeah, I'm not going to win that one.
But it's so much fun.
I will say, while there's not German food there, and this is not German adjacent, but across the street there is a really good Thai place. So
Jim responded, by the way.
Hungry.
Mindy
That's what we
did
had.
pick these out.
We know, Jim. We know.
we got your number.
That was a pretty easy guess, Jim. Best part is you guys haven't even met Jim and Mindy yet.
I have not. But
One of these days we'll all go get beers because you will fucking love them.
You said that. I look forward to
And
it.
he just keeps them to himself.
Well, yeah. I keep cool people. Yeah, no. Anyway, so what beer did we brew Saturday, John?
So this is the beginnings of our baklava beer. So about once a year, Smo entertains me and chooses one of my crazy flavor ideas. And this is it.
This
for
is that year?
So we've had the blueberry, maple, ghost pepper stout.
Barrel aged.
Barrel aged.
And it wasn't a stout, it was a brown ale.
It was a brown ale. And now we've got the baklava. I forget what last year's was, but it's very fun. But the baklava beer this year, and really, really excited for it. I think Smo really, it was intrigued by the idea of pistachio and how to get a good pistachio flavor in the beer. So he's confident he's got a good solution there. The vanilla beans he got they smelled amazing. I was super excited for these vanilla beans. They are $106 a pound, these vanilla beans.
So those should be some good vanilla beans.
These should be good vanilla beans.
So, would you like to know what caused the IPA lineup today?
Okay.
So, Jim and Mindy stopped at Total Wine. Problem is, they had Evan with them, their son.
Oh, yeah.
Evan's not 21 yet.
Yep.
Jim,
Hot day, can't leave a kid in the car. I get that.
Jim had to wait in the car with Evan. And so Mindy picked the lineup.
That's funny.
It kind of makes my day just a little bit.
But hopefully we'll get a chance to share some of our homebrews periodically, because there's a lot.
That will be fun.
Yeah,
We have a lot of homebrews coming up.
we do.
Those cakes can't be far off. Jesus.
I know. We need to drink more.
I'm doing my best.
Yeah, what are you guys doing all day while you're slinging glizzies, huh?
I had one. I had a big old mug of it.
Hydrating water.
That is kind of fair.
Yeah, it's hot.
But I had a big old mug of it.
You did.
Um,
You put lemonade in his beer?
I did put a little splash of lemonade in my beer. Actually, I had 2 mugs of it, I think.
Good.
No, I had 1 Coors Light. Never mind. So our next beer is by Incendiary Brewing. Up for top can art of the day.
It's pretty good.
Moons of Saturn, triple West Coast style IPA. The hops are Citra, but Talus and Simcoe.
So this can be a thing. Like we've got
Oh yeah,
Russian River has done a
much clearer than I was
Yeah.
worried about. I saw triple. I was worried about a little haze. That's still reminding me of the Westie.
Yeah.
So 12% ABV. Brewed in collaboration with the 8th State Brewing Company.
Okay.
8th State or Incendiaries out of North Carolina,
So the 8th state?
Winston-Salem.
All right. Sweet.
Yeah.
Or you can get a pack of smokes while you're there.
Not anymore.
No? I'm really curious to see what you guys think about this, because I already took a couple sips, and...
I like the nose.
I want to hear what you think. I
Big
want to hear
fan
your
of the nose.
words.
Oh, that is a triple IPA. That
This-
body.
This kind of looks like a Silence of the Lambs kind of nod, but not thing. Really dig it.
It's kind of an adventure.
Yeah.
That is a thick body.
Yeah.
Extra thick!
Real malty and sweet at the beginning,
Yeah.
and real dry finish.
Yeah.
But not an early dry finish. It's like all of a sudden you go, well, shit, where all the spit in my mouth go? Not the hop forward I want.
Very sweet malt.
A lot of sweet, which I was worried about that with being
A
a triple. Essentially, you're looking into American barley wine style territory there with all the malts.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting a little orangey in the middle almost. Like,
Yeah.
Well, you do have citra hops in there.
You breathe out after you. It dries out. It is weird. That's an adventure.
Yeah, so like it's definitely an interesting flavor. Like regardless if you like it or not, or if you think it's to a style, I can understand it being divisive, but it is interesting.
Sip 2's not as sweet.
Breathe out.
Oh, I have.
That definitely dries it out.
Well, Sip 2's not nearly as sweet, I didn't find.
It's still.
I mean, it's sweet, but it's not like punch you in the face. Like, it was punch you
Well,
in the
now
face.
now I'm used to it. Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, it was super quick,
Boozy on the
thick
breath
and
out.
cloying.
Very boozy on the breath out.
Very boozy, and that's what triggers and starts that drying.
Yeah. But it is very boozy on the back end.
It's very boozy on a big gulp.
Yeah,
Let's figure out see if that changed anything. It just really makes you feel like you're drinking a lot stronger beer.
this is interesting.
So all that said, like, all right, West Coasty, maybe you'd like some more hop forward. It's a triple, so you kind of expect it to be sweeter.
They kind of
Do
nail
you-
the triple side of it.
They
you-
do.
Do you like it?
I don't know yet.
That's a fair answer. Up right there.
I mean, that's fair. I actually enjoy this, but I don't also like the hoppy stuff either. Like, I like the,
There's also just a lot going on with this beer. I don't know yet.
it's kind of like a gobstopper. It's like, oh, that flavor's dead. Now we're on to the next one. Like, this one's mashed potatoes.
What the fuck just happened?
Gobstoppers.
Yeah,
Wonka.
There's never been mashed potatoes in an actual
Wonka.
gobstopper. I know, but still.
yeah, it was right where they like went.
In the movie, yes.
Yeah.
Not in the actual gobstopper.
It's turkey. No, it's mashed potatoes. So I'm pretty sure she was British,
Can
maybe.
you do that again for me?
As one shot deal. We got it on the tape though.
Yeah, that's going to end up being a clip.
Joel Xavier says, just like Tyler, boozy on a big gulp.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's an insult or not.
That's just like this beer. You just don't know.
Not sure if he likes that one or not either. Or like a Glizzy.
Whoa!
It's also like a Glizzy. You never know what it is.
So one of my favorite things about all the people we've met doing this and all the people we've met running breweries or working at breweries and shit, we meet cool fucking people.
Yeah, that's
So
good.
obviously we've gotten to know Russell. John's the only one that's actually met him, but we knew Russell for 2 years before John ever met him.
Yeah.
Man, we met him on video call.
Fair. But like, for instance, I have a cool friend who does comedy. She's looking to go national, right? So, on a big national tour. She just was out in Colorado doing a tour. She's starting to branch out. She's based out of Chicago. She's gotten really good feedback. She does a lot of shit at some of the main clubs there. It's really cool. So my first thoughts were, she wants to go check out the West. I'm going to get a hold of our buddy. First thing immediately was, oh shit, this is cool. Yeah, and hey, I got a buddy who runs clubs out there. I'd love to maybe do an interview on the radio with you. Like, it's so cool because you put cool people together and cool ideas start happening.
That has always from day one, like, been a goal of our show.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, okay, maybe from the halfway, episode 2, basically. We're just like, oh, this could be a thing. We should highlight cool people. We know a lot of cool people.
I wish I knew my Star Wars names better because I'd be like, Episode 2, The New Hope. Like, but that's not it. That's the first
That's
one, right?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the first one, but it's number 4.
Yeah, I...
Gotta love Star Wars.
Time shifting. Prequels.
Gotta love Star Wars.
Yeah. But, no, but back to your point, like, we know a lot of cool people, and we want to highlight them. And any chance we get to promote them, hook them up to more bigger opportunities, like, awesome. Love it.
And this cool comedian is going to probably be on the show next time she's in town.
Sweet.
As soon as she gets her indie swing on this tour kind of fully scheduled.
She's going to make fun of you all night.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
On board. Can she do 2 nights?
Grace
One night
will
only?
Grace will happily make fun of me. I was her boss at Books and Brews Broad Ripple for a little bit, so she has plenty of ammunition.
Perfect.
Yeah. So you'll get to hear what being an employee of Tyler's is like, probably. So that's going to be fun. Actually, she's one of them that like me, so I should be fine.
I shudder to think.
She's one of the ones that actually liked me, so I think we're good. It was hit or miss.
We'll find out.
It was hit or miss.
Yeah. It is with you.
And
That's fair. So yeah, but no, it's really cool. I love doing that, and thank you, Russell, for being so willing to talk to the random stranger I linked you up with.
Yeah.
Speaking of Russell, he's got a couple of beat points here. He says, wasn't a gobstopper that was the dinner and a candy, it was gum. I always mess that up. Thank you for clarifying that. I always want to say gobstopper.
Mess that up. He always does.
Yeah. And he also says, this has kind of become a community for connections and friendships and crazy-ass beer stories.
That's accurate.
I think all of that checks out.
That's fair.
And that's
That's why I call it TBGU.
yeah, it's become one of the best parts of this show.
Yeah.
It really has. But it is time to score this beer. I
am first.
I hope you know what you're doing, because I'm still confused.
Well, and I think that kind of speaks to it. I don't think... I appreciate...
That big gulp at the end was boozy as shit.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I appreciate the Triple Westy. There's breweries who pulled it off much better than this.
I don't know if I've had a
Have you had a
triple Westy.
somewhere else?
I think that's what Planning the Younger is, which we have not had.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I haven't had that.
I haven't had it either, but there's a reason it sells out as soon as it's released. But I believe that's what that is. So it's just one of those things. I don't think it worked. I don't necessarily think it's a bad made beer. It definitely leans into the triple IPA part of it. Problem is just clashing with some of the West Coast notes. So I hit it too hard. I'll go 2.75.
Ooh.
I have no idea what I really think of this beer. This is going to be the hardest score I think I've had to give anyone in a long time, because I could probably drink 2 more of those, spend an hour trying to break it down, and still not know what the hell I want to score it. That big gulp did not help it score by any stretch. It was a very boozy big gulp. Holy fuck. Wow. That was a cringeworthy big gulp. I've had 21% beers that were less boozy than that.
It's not horrible. It's just I don't enjoy it.
Yeah, there's some good hop notes. There's some really good triple IPA notes if you're a big fan of triples. That part they kind of nail. Excuse me, I'm going to be belching for a while after that.
It just doesn't work.
I just don't think it melds well, is my biggest issue. There's a lot of good notes. Doesn't meld well. I'm going to go... It's funny because I'm saying a lot of bad things about it. I'm going to give it a better score than John did. I'm not. It's a 2.75. I wanted to be above John on that, but I couldn't say 3. It's not average, and so I sure as hell can't go above a 3.
Well, and that's why I really wanted to go 2.5 on it, but it was a little nicer than I wanted to be. But I couldn't go 3 either.
Matt?
I understand, like, this is a weird beer, because if you think West Coast, you're thinking the hops, that hoppy dankiness, that isn't there, but the triple with the sweetness is, and I appreciate that, because I don't like the hop stuff, so it kind of leans more towards my flavor profiles, and it is 12%, so the ABV horn maze kind of leans into that as well. There was some of the flavors that didn't quite jive.
You can't disappoint Smell.
Yeah.
Or not Smell, but Drew and Stefan.
Yeah, I mean, I do have principles to uphold here. There was some of the flavors that seemed like they didn't gel, but there was some flavors that I did like. Like, I think for me, was more redeeming than not, but I know why it should be knocked, so I'll give it a 3.25.
My problem was, the whole time I was drinking it, I was bouncing anywhere from a 2.25 to a 3.5.
Yeah.
Literally, the whole time I drank this beer, I bounced that big. That is a huge bounce.
Yeah. That is a 3 average.
Which is kind of why I settled dead in the middle of my bounce and just went 2.75. Fuck it, I'm done.
That's fair.
What'd you say the average was?
3.
3. That was a odd beer. Love the can art though.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good conversation beer.
So, got a question. What would you guys guess the average on Untapped is on this one?
Untapped, so they're probably 4-1.
Matt?
I forgot they don't do the quarters like we do.
Well, average is literally all the scores.
Yeah,
And some people have 10th scores.
I'll just give it an even 4.
So the average score on Untapped, now it only has 242 check-ins,
Okay.
which I'm a little shocked on. It's a low number. 4.12.
That's dyslexia. Damn it, got me.
Man,
That's a big score
Yeah.
for a interesting beer.
that definitely is a divisive beer. Like, people either like it or not. I do see.
So yeah, that's a okay.
Like if you order that and you're drinking and you like the flavor of it and you're not holding it up to style like what it should be, maybe that's where you can.
Even based on flavor, I could not give it even remotely that.
Yeah. No.
If I drank one of these, an 8-ouncer at a bar, because most of the time it would be an 8-ounce pour at most,
for that beer,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I would have troubles finishing 8 ounces of that beer.
Yeah, I wouldn't go back to it.
I definitely wouldn't order a second.
No.
And for me to have a 4, I have to be able to order a second.
Yeah.
Even those diabetes in a glass beers that are struggle sometimes for me to get through, if it has a good enough flavor, I could be like, to be honest, depending on the night, if I'm eating some salty food, I could order a second one.
Yeah.
That, no matter what I'm eating, what I'm doing, how drunk I'm trying to get,
I'll move on to something else.
the day my ex left my ass, I wouldn't slam those to get drunk. Like, I would find something else.
Yep.
Like,
It's funny, like on the flip side too. Like,
funny, she left for him.
No, I meant
That would have been. I wish he'd have had something
Sorry, that
clever
was
like that.
very poor phrasing after that story. But in a tangential, I should have just said topic.
I wish you'd have come up with something funny like that, though. Like,
Gino,
funny thing is, she went to my house.
No, but over the
we all
weekend.
know we wouldn't believe that.
Yeah, no, who would buy that?
fair.
So what I
Gotta
was
lie with a note of truth in it.
I was in Cincy over the weekend and went to a few
Yeah, I
breweries
believe.
as well. And one of the ones I was at, they had a like a fruit beer that was supposed to be like a Fruity Pebbles cereal milk kind of thing was like the flavor they were going for.
Yeah.
And I just got like a flight, and that was one of the ones that I had. I was like, huh. I'm like, this nails what it says it is, but I'm glad I don't have more than this like 4-ounce pour because I couldn't drink more than this. Like,
Yeah.
just because it's well executed, it's what it says it is, it hits the nail on the head, but I just wouldn't want more than this of that.
By the way, for those of you that noticed, Matt has graduated. He doesn't have to always have a handle.
He gets a stemware glass. I couldn't remember what it was. So.
As long as something has a handle that he can grab onto, so a stem.
Yeah, still.
He's graduated a little bit. We're still too scared to give him a real glass, but
It's kind of like John and Smo. Like every once a year, I get not a handle. Is that what it is?
So I gone from the nipple to the sippy cup.
poor Matt wasn't even at Brew Day Saturday, but yet him stealing Gina's last
briskets.
burn in was brought up.
You know, stealing is a really aggressive.
Yeah, no,
Verbiage.
no, don't you go there. You know what was aggressive? Stealing the last burn end.
Stealing the pregnant lady's last
That
burn in.
that was aggressive.
And we told you not to do it.
Yeah, that's how that went down. You weren't even there.
Yes, I fucking
you?
was.
He was there for that.
He's
one.
not there most brew days, so.
I've been to 2 out of the last 3. Oh no, we tell Gina every time that we told you not to eat it.
Oh, I'm aware. Yeah, I got to jump on that grenade every time I see her.
The best part up, it was brought up like twice. Poor Matt.
Oh my god.
We had burn-ins. Those were great.
Sure.
He brought those out before.
bring those up
Then he
before.
brought out the brisket, which was
Sous vide, baby.
that was a fire brisket.
He's like, yeah, it saves time. You don't have to have it on the smoker for long.
As you spend
You
34.
sous vide it for 36 hours.
But
it's
technically,
great. It's
but it
fantastic.
also makes sense if you're not having it till later. It saves time that day because you're passively,
Your sous vide is set and forget.
yeah,
It's
you're
awesome.
passively doing something with it.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
Speaking of what he's smelling, this is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps. That's why I said speaking of which, why he's smelling. That's kind of funny. White Russian milk stout.
But it doesn't smell like shit.
New Image Brewing. Sometimes there's a man. We won't say a hero, because what's a hero? But sometimes there's a man. And sometimes there's a cocktail that man drinks that becomes so synonymous with him that when you hear someone order it, you can feel everyone fire up their quote machine. White Russians and the Dude go together like German pop music and nihilism. Strong men and crying, and Walter and handguns. We wanted to recreate the drink of our favorite slacker hero by starting with a milk stout and then adding lactose, marshmallow, coffee, vanilla, and heavy cream to bring our version to life. So sit back, roast a bone, and drink up. But be careful, man. There's a beverage here. You enjoying staring at Pika the whole time?
What?
Yeah.
You talking?
Only thing that would have made that better is if you would have done that in your best Sam Elliott voice.
Yeah, I can't do that. Stout with lactose, marshmallow, coffee, vanilla, and heavy cream. 10.5%. And great can art.
Oh, those are great cans.
This is from, I don't remember if I said it or not, New Image Brewing. New Image is out of Wheat Ridge, Colorado. We might need to do it. Wheat Ridge, I don't think's that far.
Have to look and see.
Might have to look.
The unmistakable silhouette-ish thing of Jeff Bridges.
Basically, Jeff Bridges. They just had to change slightly.
I mean, at least his hair and his goatee. Not really his likeness per se, but his hair.
The har.
Her. It's getting slacker in her.
So hot in her.
I think it's pretty drinkable.
Sounds like there's a butt coming.
It's a little overly roasty.
I haven't even taken a sip yet. Somebody asked about our beer show, and I'm sending them the link.
Is it Foyt?
I wish. No, if it
I
was
got that
Foyt,
text back.
do you realize how I would be jumping up and down with just a full fucking hard on.
Would you
still
fall back
wouldn't
out of
see
your
it.
chair again?
Oh, you still wouldn't see it, but you know.
I have to take his word for it.
I'm so hard right now.
Really?
3 pixels, damn it. That's called a callback.
Oh, I love that. I forgot about that.
You're welcome.
That was a good callback.
That's like the when you read the comics, got the little yellow bubble says "See issue 53."
What episode number are we on right now?
Who the fuck knows anymore?
I believe it was 169.
So see episode
Nice.
168.
Yeah.
I think just last week.
It was just last
Yeah.
week. Yeah. It's a little roasty, but it's also sweet.
Yes. Yes to both.
And I like White Russians. They're not that sweet.
No. And they're not that roasty.
No. So
Oh, what
we have seen you all day, Sweet Pea.
Yeah.
They haven't. Just now.
We sat by you for 6 hours.
About 5. She wasn't there the first hour.
Oh, that's fair.
Move on.
All right. Bye. Talk
Love
about
you.
Thanks.
Oh, good Lord.
Go.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
She wants to be on camera.
Oh, I know. She was going to find a way on either way.
Yep.
Yeah. She might have died.
It'll be fine.
I don't hear movement.
It'll be okay.
It's a Kylie. It's fine.
We got a show to do. It's fine. Take care of it later.
We'll find her later.
That's awful and funny at the same time.
I'm like Dad of the Year. Supposedly. Best dad ever.
It doesn't say down of the year.
Best dad ever, though.
I mean, that's more than a year. You got to take your
Jesus.
trophy, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a hard time finishing this.
That's the thing. Like, I like it.
Second sip was worse for me.
Like, I like it. I think it's fine, but it's just...
It does not remind me of a White Russian in almost any way.
No.
It is very sweet, while also being very roasty. Matt,
Yeah, what are your thoughts, buddy?
what are your thoughts?
We looked forward to this one.
Yeah, I also wasn't very confident in really any of the beers, so I was just going with the dude abides kind of mantra here.
Agreed.
There's some things I like and some things I don't. Like I think the base of this is probably pretty good if like the adjuncts were stripped. I think we got a good like baseline starting point.
If you're like, yeah, we got this roasty coffee
Is there
stuff.
any beer left if you take the adjuncts out of this damn thing?
But I think the marshmallow might be a little heavy or throwing some off on there for me.
I don't think you needed marshmallow and heavy cream.
And the coffee is a little roasty, which kind of isn't really that much of a White Russian thing, so I kind of can get bashing a little bit on that one. It's not terrible, it's just a little off.
So if you're going to replicate a Kahlua with adjuncts, what are the Kahlua flavors you're trying to do?
Well, it's
Obviously a coffee cream.
it's the I don't know what do you differentiate between cream and liqueur?
So for me, that Kahlua flavor is a very smooth, creamy coffee, latte coffee. It is not roasty coffee.
Right, yeah.
Then you add in milk or heavy cream, which is automatically, again, it adds creaminess to the beer. It doesn't add a ton of like vanilla flavor.
Right.
The Kahlua has a little. That's that again. That little bit of like a.
I think between the heavy
latte
cream and the Kahlua, a little vanilla would kind of get you where you need to go and give a little bit of that balancing.
But the
agent.
marshmallow is too much.
It's a little overkill with that.
And
one.
most marshmallow, as we found, adds to the roast a lot of times.
Because
it's almost campfire marshmallow.
Campfire s'mores.
So for me, I would have added like even a, and I cringe to say this, but a vanilla extract I would have preferred over marshmallow, I think, in this.
Yeah, because you need a sweeter chocolate.
That would help.
Not necessarily a dark chocolate.
Because this is marshmallow, coffee, vanilla, and heavy cream.
Okay.
You're adding a lot of shit that does the same flavor.
Yeah.
Would heavy cream really add much to like the beer as far as
No,
flavor goes?
that's
like,
absolutely
I
a
kind of feel like
given.
that's just more just
Absolutely
putting it on
given.
the can, right?
But
I feel like that's the case, yeah.
well, that's what I said. It's absolutely a given. But the vanilla though is giving you the flavor you need.
Yeah.
Should.
I don't need marshmallow.
Now, according to this random website,
I love you
called
so much.
eatdelights.com, the foremost authority on tasting notes.
Oh well, that's okay.
Kahlua tastes like a rich and aromatic layer of flavor that is both sweet and bitter at once. Think dark chocolate with hints of orange peel or hazelnut.
Which is fine. I could understand that. It's slightly wrong. But I could
Yeah, there's
understand
some part
that.
that-
This other one,
What are they making it with? Shit.
Nutella,
No,
So-
what's that damn orange?
the whacking and wrap, the orange
There's a
slices.
Grand Marnier. What are they making it with? Grand Marnier? Jesus
so
Christ.
a couplecooks.com, which is an even higher.
This is amazing.
Why didn't you start with this one?
Because I clicked on the first one first.
Well, that should be the highest one, you'd think, right?
No, they just better at search engine optimization.
Ah, fair. Oh, SEO, yeah.
Yes. Kahlua has a full-bodied, rich, and sweet flavor. It tastes strongly of coffee with notes of vanilla and caramel on the finish.
That one seems more right.
That's kind of what we were going.
That's
with.
what
Yeah.
that's what a White Russian is.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fucking hazelnut came from, but
And
Because with an actual White Russian, vodka doesn't add or put much of a flavor, and the cream really isn't much of a flavor so much as a fill out the
smooths it out.
Yeah.
yeah.
And dampens the flavor.
Which
And
is
then-
fine.
then
I
the
don't mind
Kahlua
heavy
is
cream
the
in
other
there, but
option.
if it's a body,
Well, and you gotta throw it in to be a White Russian and be able
Texture
to
thing.
be able to be like,
yeah,
it's in there.
yeah.
Just like when they put 1,000 pies into the blah blah blah. It's like cool.
Yeah.
Then you added a bunch of flavor to actually get the flavor you wanted.
But
I
then
just tried a big gulp if you've got enough. I feel like it kind of made the stuff balance a little better. Maybe.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't have
scared.
any left.
I'm struggling to like drink this.
It just
Not great, but better.
It balances better, but it's still not the right flavor profile even
Yeah.
remotely.
But at least it's not like as abrasive I thought as the sips were.
My biggest issue, and the biggest thing I'm going to say before we score,
And you go first.
is nothing about this makes me think White Russian.
No.
And again, if I buy a beer in a store that I've never had,
And I see the dude on there.
and it says White Russian Stout, I want it to at least make me think of a White Russian.
Yeah.
This, if I blind taste tested this, White Russian would be the last thing I could come up with.
You say it's a s'more stout. Okay, cool. I get
That tastes more like a s'more stout than half the s'more stouts we've
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't taste like a White
a
Russian.
s'more coffee stout. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in. That's what this is.
Yep.
But it's not what it is.
No.
Not what it says.
So for me,
I swear this is actually a milk stout too, right? So they probably could have
Yeah.
dropped out. That's a milk stout with the vanilla, with the malt. So they're really like tripling down on that.
yep. And that's why it ended up too sweet, in my opinion. Damn, I'm struggling because I don't.
How
know
about for
what?
this
Fuck
at you?
it.
Joel Xavier asked like a churro beer?
Oh,
No,
God,
it's not that
no.
bad.
It's See, that's the thing. If you marketed this right, you said, "Hey, this is a
You said a s'mores beer. I would buy this as a s'mores beer.
this is a chocolate s'mores beer." I'm like, "Damn, this is pretty
Ro-
good."
roasted s'mores beer.
Yeah.
Give you that little bit of roasty.
This is pretty good. This says what it says. I'm probably giving it a 3.75 if that's the case.
Churro had no redeeming qualities.
Yeah. Like, this has redeeming qualities. It's not a bad beer. It's just...
It's a bad beer.
That's not what it says it is.
To me, I'm gonna give it a 1 1/4.
Woo!
Woof.
Woof is correct.
I had to choke that down.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. It just was off.
All right, let's bring this average up, man.
The highest my bouncing back and forth got was a 1.5. It was lower. It went lower.
It's not that bad.
Okay, so it's not what it says it is.
And it's
accurately.
overly sweet and tastes like shit.
It's still, you said it was 10 on that one?
I don't fucking care what it is.
I mean, I do. I got principles.
10.5.
So, I mean, all right, I got to take that into consideration for me. I didn't hate it as bad
I love
as...
how we're starting to develop random shit. It makes me so happy.
No, I've kind of had that as a running thing. Like, all right, start hitting 10
You
plus.
drink 1,800 beers. You got to get some differentiating factors.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
1,500 beers.
And I didn't...
Oh, I love it.
Don't love it. I didn't hate it as bad as you. I could drink it. I'd go 2.5.
I was above drain pour. I was in the choke it down category.
And honestly, I'm with Matt. I'm at 2.5 as well.
So what's that end up?
That's 2.25.
Holy shit, that's what I already had selected.
Nice.
That's creepy as fuck.
So it is one of those. I don't think it's bad.
I can definitely drink it. It just isn't what it is advertised as.
Yeah. So beat it up a little bit for not being what it says it is.
Like if it was a roasted s'more stout, I'd be like, okay, this deserves like you said, like a mid to high 3.
Yeah.
Because it's a very accurate for that flavor. This just isn't White Russian. Yeah. So if they tweak this or if they remarketed this and we tried it again, I think there could be a different thing there.
Kudos for the name. It's a fun name.
Yeah, can art's pretty cool.
Can art's fucking great.
The idea is cool, just flavors were a little bit out of balance.
Execution lacked.
Yeah, the execution was rough.
All right. What's the untapped average?
Oh, yeah, I guess I should go back to that.
That one's going to be over a 4 easy.
I was actually fixing a
if nothing else,
previous mess up on mine. I checked into our lambic as a can instead of bottle on accident.
Oh,
So I was fixing that.
that's a big error.
Yeah, for those, that's actually kind of a big error. It also was bugging me. Leave me alone.
I got my things. It's fine. I get that.
Leave me alone.
I literally was trying to recall the matches from Saturday, and I remembered several, but I didn't remember what the first was, and I couldn't tell Matt what the others were until I got the first one right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, pretty solid night Saturday night.
Solid pay-per-view.
Not
Or
great.
premium live events.
Hey, not great.
No.
But a solid event.
Solid premium live events.
I would have liked more John Cena.
He did pretty well.
Well, he did great. Would have
Yeah.
liked more of it. I thought he brought a lot of energy that the actual event kind of lacked.
He's here every week for the next 2 months.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying.
Not here.
I
I'm about to
felt
say, we're going to have him here on the show?
SmackDown.
I need to reach out to him. He'll be here when you go.
Yeah. See?
Yeah, give him our seat numbers. Be like, yeah, we'll have the sign like, John
that.
Cena, come back to us with
Best
our...
match of the night. So we're talking WWE Payback
Ooh.
from Saturday.
I was a little
So
drunk.
sorry,
Hold
we're
on.
getting... Yeah, you were.
I was a little drunk. Hold on.
It's a fun story.
When you woke me up?
Well, it's part of it.
That too? What, did he wiggle his dick in your face? Or
No, I'm worried.
No, he's fine.
give you the Texas belt buckle?
Let's just say, before he took that little power nap, he was getting a little bit aggressive with a few things, and then he was just like, oh shit, I'm going to go take a nap. He was very self-aware. As drunk as he was. It was great.
So me normally. I'm usually self-aware. Just got a little past that.
That was good. Good, I appreciate him. Best fight of the night.
Man, I think it was the girls' fight.
Becky and
Yeah,
Trish.
I really do.
That was a pretty solid fight.
I really do. I think that was my favorite fight of the night.
There were some slow moments, but overall at the end, that was awesome.
I thought even with the slow moments, it had better energy, better tempo, better not tropey bullshit. Like, I actually enjoyed that.
For me...
Which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, that's like I'm not a huge, and it's not because I don't think women's wrestlers are badass or the most athletic freaks in the system. I just normally don't get as excited about those events. That was phenomenal.
Judgment Day and Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
That's Steel City Street Fight.
The problem is I knew what would fucking happen.
But still, KO jumping off the
that was pretty badass.
The stairway and the railing, and
that was pretty badass.
Ooh, we thought he literally broke his neck. And
there for a second,
died.
I legit did. Yeah, he straight up missed, and somehow ended up fine. But he straight up missed.
That was fantastic. That match was
5-on-2 match essentially by the end of it.
Yeah.
Shocker. That's the thing is I get tired of the trophy bullshit. So I think the girls' fight was the one
And Seth Rollins and Shinsuke was better than I anticipated.
much better than anticipated.
Yep.
Really thought that was going to be a shit fight.
Yeah. wasn't an A-level fight, but it was a solid BB+.
Yeah. So it was a good event. Not a great event, but a good event. Worth watching.
1 month. Fastlane Indianapolis. The Couch family plus Matt. So the Couch family is going to be going. So.
No, I'm not there. It's not the Couch family.
And Savage. Yeah, you're missing a couple kids.
Savage isn't going, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Savage. No
By the
Savage.
way, the score on this on average,
Oh, yeah.
we ADD'd the fuck out of that.
Yeah, we did.
We gave it a 2 1/4. 2.2 thousand people average out to 4.1.
I knew it'd be over 4.
It's a lot of
Just
people.
for the name and all that stuff, like people are just gonna be like, yeah, that's cool.
It's into 4. It's going to be over 4.
It is out of Arvada, Colorado. And I know Arvada is literally in the Denver area.
Yeah. Up in Arvada.
Yeah. I think I've been to the New Image in that area. When I was not with you. When I was with Jared, I think we went.
Because that's the one that's that's close to the airport, right? Arvada is?
No, Arvada's in, it's one of the...
I'm looking it up.
I think it's one of the damn suburbs of Denver.
I know.
But no, I think it's where he was at. Anyway, so yeah. Shit beer.
Long story short.
Long story short.
The dude would not abide, is what we're saying.
No. Actually, as desperate as he was for a White Russian, maybe. But one of my favorite moments in the show, right there.
Actually, I think we might be closer to Golden than I thought. Aurora is where.
Was what you were thinking?
Yeah. Hey, starts with A, ends with an A.
I mean, that's fair.
Close.
All right, so our next beverage is from Half Acre Brewing. This is Big Hugs Imperial Coffee Stout. Imperial Coffee Stout, 10% ABV. Brewed and canned by Half Acre Beer out of Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago.
The Windy City.
This is a little bit of an older stout. It's been in the fridge a little bit. But it's been in the fridge.
It's been in the fridge the whole time.
This has been in the fridge the whole time.
But it is a coffee stout.
Been in the fridge. Matt, in the fridge.
I'm hoping.
The arm's hurting.
My shoulder's killing me.
Need to tap out, champ?
If you haven't noticed, every beer I've poured tonight, I've pretty much held my arm in the air. It's more that it hurts to lift it, but it hurts more to this motion.
Yeah, as we get to this point, I know we've already talked about
There
it.
you go, John Boy.
But
Because I know how much you love coffee stouts.
we're thinking about transitioning here, getting ready, wrapping up the show, and then we got our drunken movie review.
Or there's a possibility 7th beer because I'm a little scared of this one.
We'll see. Yes.
If we end on 2 bad stouts, we're getting a fucking
It's
another
pretty
beer.
early. It's pretty early.
Hey, this has got some really cool can art just for the sake of can art instead of a theme.
Which is one of the
tie-in.
reasons I picked it.
Hopefully this will, have something behind that and be all
Are we
right.
not showing the actual label?
It's on both sides.
Yeah. It's a wraparound, apparently.
Alright, well,
This is be good
I
Bengals
like
beer.
a good wraparound.
Hey, it's for those people that struggle putting beers on a shelf. They almost can't fail on this one.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to the discussion about Tusk.
You did not lead into what we were doing
I
at all.
did, and then you guys went away from it, so.
Well, because I was finishing with the beer talk.
And then he was finishing what he was talking about.
All right, so again, Kevin Smith month does end with Tusk.
If you go on the theme of finishing, you both just did.
If you
That's the
haven't
tie-in.
seen it, you definitely need to watch it. But also, if you have, listen to the review. Honestly, if you haven't seen it, listen to the review.
Do you need to watch it?
Yes.
It's not like it's like Human
I think
Centipede.
there's
Everyone's
very
got to see it once.
deliberate choices made in this film.
So this is the opposite of everything we've watched with Kevin Smith so far.
Yeah.
Which was kind of our logic in choosing it.
It was, and also it was the only Kevin Smith movie I've never seen. So I voted hardcore for it because it was the only one I hadn't seen. It's the only detail I'll give you is it's interesting as fuck. And if you can't see the quote, oh, he spread it out more than he should have.
I was trying to keep it safe.
It still works.
That's the name of the website of the podcasters. In the
Their
movie,
podcast, yeah. They're the Nazi party.
Okay, this one hits a little closer to home than the other ones.
which is also a great fucking thing.
It's a good thing we don't do home interviews anymore, right, John? When we got sent to Bunny and Carrie as not knowing anybody.
They became some of our best friends.
I'm cool with how it turned out, but this could have easily gone this route instead. Tyler left us out to dry.
Damn straight I did. Somebody had to be the sole owner of Two Beerded Guys.
I pull up and park at some stranger's house. I'm like, oh, hey, John, how far do you guys go back with these guys? This is the first time we met them.
Yeah,
What?
I met him. Yeah. Just met him.
Where's Tyler? Oh, he's not coming. That motherfucker.
I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
know, I like strangers. It's fine.
It definitely worked out. Bunny and Carrie are
Sometimes
awesome.
it doesn't, though.
Yeah, but that could have easily not been the case.
It's still my favorite thing I think I've ever done to you guys.
Yeah, it's fun.
We're happy you're happy, buddy.
It's fine. It's fine. You guys lived.
This beer, however,
It's thin.
I saw John looking at the next beer
Hey,
lineup
yeah,
over there for
hey,
a reason, and I'd have to agree, sir.
Hey,
Good catch.
Speaking of
it is
spoiler alerts,
Thin.
Oh, my God, the aftertaste is just...
how old is this? I know it's quite a while, but...
Old.
Like, multiple, like...
Old.
20, 21, 22?
21.
21? Fudge.
I don't know how we ended up with this in the fridge that long.
What was it, the
I've
bottom?
done a really good job.
I don't think it was in the fridge that long. I think it was out here
No,
for a
no,
while.
there was no.
There
That
was
one he took
two.
to his house.
So there was one in the
This
fridge
one's
the
been
whole
in the
time.
fridge the whole time.
And I was waiting for us to have it to see if I wanted to take the other
I've
home.
done a really good job at rotating that fridge usually. Evidently, I
one.
missed one. I wonder if this one didn't fall off a keg at some point and end up in the bottom for a while.
Strong possibility.
It was on the stack on the right.
Yeah, but we've cleaned out that keg like 3 times.
getting worse.
Like keg wise.
It's getting worse, guys. Ah.
All right, so question then, in fairness to the beer, do we think this is because it's so
No.
old, or do we think it was this?
No, there's
off the
nothing
get?
in this because it's not a coffee fail.
Right.
It's not a bad coffee. It's not a.
But the coffee's like really either dropped
It's
out or
bitter.
not.
Bitter on
No,
bitter
it's
on
just
bitter on
bitter. It's just bitter.
It's just bitter.
And that bitter isn't something that goes away or is better early.
Yeah,
Actually, it's usually better later.
It's bitter on bitter on bitter, and it is, oh, God.
So you want to know something that's going to piss John off? I would drink 10 of these before I drink another one of that last beer we just had.
Yeah. Give me some redeeming sweetness in it, I guess.
No, I would rather drink bitter.
Cool.
But again, think about the type of beer I grew
know,
up on
I know,
and still
I
love.
know.
Hoppy bitter beer. Now, this isn't hoppy bitter. This is...
Since you were 4 years old.
No, that was Lone Star and Coors Light.
So he's young enough; they might have had IPAs out by then.
That was Lone Star and Coors Light. But
Get right, sir.
get it right. Get it right. Get it tight.
So did your dad like rent a Trans Am for the weekend, go down to Texas, and come back up?
He
with
owned a
Lone Star,
Trans
or
Am when
what?
I was born, yeah.
Wow, that was too close to be right.
Or no, he owned no, he had a Trans Am when I was born. That's right. He gave it to my brothers.
Oh, God.
Both of them was like, you guys share it. You get
Yeah, he made them share.
you get them every other day.
When they turned 16, they had to share a car for a while.
What was the name of the Trans Am? Teresa.
I don't know.
Teresa.
All right, boys. This here's Teresa. You got to share her. Get her every other day.
No, if you're
Got
gonna
a
share,
tag
hey,
team Teresa.
no, if you're gonna share somebody, it's gotta be like Bobby Lynn, right?
You guys got to take turns.
Tag
at-
team Teresa's got that nice alliteration.
Yeah, but hey,
Yeah.
hey, if you're going that redneck,
Tag team
if you're
Trans
going-
Am Teresa.
Hey, if you're going white trash tag team Trans Am, it's got to be a double name person. Tammy Lynn, Bobby Lynn.
Okay, we'll go Tammy Lynn.
I'm going the Ted rules, you know.
Yeah. Wait, was it one of those names with the Lynn at the end? Yes.
Hold on, I got this. Bobby Lynn, Tammy Lynn.
Tammy
Tammy
Lynn,
Lynn's
Jalen.
got the alliteration still, so I'm good with
Yeah,
that.
yeah, okay. And then, like, comes to gas, dude. He's like, all right, you boys take turns every week filling her up.
God, I wish my dad was alive to see this. Sad thing is, do you realize who'd be our biggest fucking supporter?
Awesome.
That man would have been on. He'd have been asking to be on the show.
I That's awesome. I love it.
while not being a craft beer fan. But he would have loved every goddamn minute of it.
Right.
Man, I'll tell you, this is bitter. Bitter on top of bitter, and I get John's issue. 100% do. It's thin. I don't like this beer by any stretch. But I think that as bitter as it is, the drinkability is so much higher than that bullshit.
No, fuck off. Ugh.
Yeah, I think they're both.
Drinkability is much better.
I mean, I did my big gulp too, buddy.
Difference is I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, enjoys a big gulp.
You go first. Fuck this beer.
It's not a drain pour for me. It's not good, but it's not a drain pour. Like I could, if I bought it or
Need
handed
the
it to me.
calculator. I'll need a calculator.
Yeah, I mean, I can drink this. I'm not gonna enjoy it. It's somewhere in the 2 range. It was 10%, I think you said. So,
Hi, Cassie. I have a friend watching right now.
I mean, the last one I did was like
Hey,
a 2.
Cassie.
I did 2.5 on the last one. And I feel like this one's not far off, like between squabbles and drinkability and shit. So I'll do 2.5 again.
Cassie knew my dad.
Yeah, perfect. You said 2.5. Fuck off. I'm a 0.5.
Wow.
I hate this beer.
I'm a 2.75.
Oh. That's a 2 average.
That was sexy, John.
God damn, you guys are so fucking...
I about snorted this out my nose.
You are so fucking wrong.
What'd
Fuck
you say it
all.
was?
2.
I can't wait to see what the average score on Untapped is just to watch John's head explode. Matt, you might want to wait for this.
Listen,
Outdoor.
untapped people are dumb.
So the average score...
Was this off Tavor?
Nah, I don't know. Average score on Untapped. Worse than I expected, which means better than I expected technically. 3.97, under a 4. Our friends of the show that have scored it is Kevin Smolar.
Oh, what did Kevin?
Kevin gave it a 4.
Really?
He must have given this a 4 2 years ago.
Well,
Yeah.
let's look. We'll date it. March 11th of this year.
Fuck off.
Really? I wonder if you had a fresh one. Maybe they redid it.
I don't know. I'm happy as shit.
I don't like it.
Huh.
Oh shit, this is great. So we do have, again, I tell you guys, send us pictures of what you're drinking.
Oh, we get more?
So Jim sent us the lineup again, but
Okay.
but they did a left to right tasting,
Oh, that's
and
a
that
nice
might be
little
one of the
flight.
coolest little.
Yeah.
We used a tasting set from Oga's in Disney World.
Okay.
Little horn tasting flight. That's pretty badass.
I love that.
Left to right, they drank Ryan Guy's Juicy Truth. They then had Deschutes Tropical Fresh IPA. Then they had the Hazy Beer Hug from Goose Island.
Okay.
And then they had Brewdog's Hazy Jane. They legitimately drank nothing but basically hazy
Hazies.
IPAs.
All right, what are we fucking
Word for
drinking
wise,
next?
if you're gonna get some Brewdog hazes, go for Elvis juice.
Elvis Juice I do like better than Hazy Jane. Alright, so if we're going to drink something, we're going to do it right.
That's
Is
not
it
Mud
Dark
Hog.
Lord?
I said do it right. Alright.
What?
Are you wanting that much
He
booze?
just was
That's a
smart.
good
No,
bottle.
I don't,
That's what I thought.
don't.
I was thinking a 12-ouncer.
If only we had some kind of like poll for the viewers. What should we drink?
You can make one.
Yeah, you're right there, buddy.
Yeah, but getting it done, you'll get have a beer figured out by the time I get that done. And actually, I can't because we don't have access to Facebook.
Oh, it would be Facebook.
That is fair.
Damn it, he's off the hook on this one.
I mean, we could just do
All right,
it.
guys.
And that also
Freedom,
implies that anyone's still watching live.
Freedom, River North.
He won't want Freedom. So, River
No,
North.
those are some of the. I think at least one's a stout or a Belgian.
No, it's all. Oh, there's one.
Yeah.
Oh, we've had that one. It's the cold brew coffee one.
Oh.
It's back there.
If we already did up a Freem, let's spread the love a little.
All right, so we have River North. We
We
have
got a bunch of River Norths, right?
Bourbon County. Actually, we do still have a lot of River Norths. That is fair.
All right, fuck it. River North.
Just on numbers, like,
And
you
we'll
know,
just move the next one forward.
yeah, thin the herd a little bit on that one, maybe.
Sorta. Cheated a little bit.
You cheated. I was like, oh, we're getting the red label, whatever that one is. Oh, it's still there.
Yeah, I'm going with the double barrel aged Shadow Man. I mean, I can go Nightmare Fuel if you want.
What vintage?
Do you want me to go Nightmare Fuel?
I don't remember what each of them are. So.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Jim says, now I'm going to redeem myself and have a barrel-aged porter.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. What's each? We're gonna vote.
trying to double. No, we're not doing that.
Democracy.
It's a coffee stout. You're not doing that one right
It's,
now. I know the mood you're
It
in.
kind of fits them.
That does fit.
Name
All
for
right,
the
yeah,
night.
we're doing
it's a
it.
Tyler Tater ship right now. You're not getting that beer.
No, I was thinking more John would not.
Dictatorship.
Technically, that was more me going, John wouldn't want this.
Coffee beers are the theme of the night.
And it's also River North. So
four out of 7.
we trust them.
We do trust them. Watch
It's
us be the
It's
fucking.
going to be just dog shit. All right. So, our last beer of the night is going to be Whiskey Barrel Aged Nightmare Fuel. By the way, it does fit the great label.
It is a great label.
Yeah, it does fit the theme of the night real well. This is a barrel-aged Imperial Coffee Stout. River North
Theme
Brewing,
of the night has been bad beer.
brewed with Logan House Coffee. More heavenly, more horrifying. Vintage 2022, 14.5%.
Okay.
So one of the beer pages I
pushing it,
follow
didn't
on
you?
Facebook.
I saw your post.
Yeah, so they recently, River North, which if you drink Tavor, if you order beer from Tavor, anytime you see River North, order
Buy
it.
it.
Yeah, they're pretty much an instant
But
buy.
they recently had a 22.1% beer, no, 21.2% beer on Tavor. We'll be picking ours up in February.
I love
But
us.
Tavor orders to you, or delivers to you.
It'll be nicely aged 6 months by the time we get to it.
Damn straight it will. We
Courtesy
do
of the
shit
house.
right. We do shit right. But somebody posted in one of the beer pages we follow. And typically, River North's not giving much love on these pages. We have done our best to fix that, but it's typically not
Is
giving.
that now to qualify that? You mean like they're just not on the pages? Like
It's like they don't know who the fuck it is.
Okay,
It's not
so much
because
like
it's bad.
hate.
It's they have no idea who
I
it
don't
is.
know who it is.
They'll be like, "Where do we go in Colorado?" And you'll read every comment, and River North's never one.
Not on there.
I'm gonna be in Denver. They'll even narrow it down. River
Yeah.
North's never there.
Yeah, there's 2 places to go. It's River North and Happy Hollow. No,
Who the
No,
fuck?
Happy Hollow.
not Happy Hollow.
Burns Family Artisan Ales?
No,
The Golden Mill.
Rocky Mountain Tavern. No,
Rocky Top.
Rocky Top Tavern. That's the one.
Happy Hollow.
Oh my god, we'd go into a Disney movie?
No, there's a place in Cincinnati. It's a Happy Hollow Inn. It's this really rundown like dive bar that's
Gotcha.
cheap and awesome.
But, so they never get much love on there. So I see somebody go, "Oh shit, did you see this?" Like, and I'm like, "Oh, if I see negative comments on this, I'm gonna." So I was the first one to comment. I'm like, "Man, they're great. It's one of the Two Bearded Guys' favorite places to go." Went into just some of the stuff they do, and immediately it was funny that thread's starting to get really positive, and you're starting to see more people who know what it is actually comment. And I think a lot of people just don't comment because they don't want to be the guy that like, "Oh, this beer's great." They don't want to champion a brewery that
Yeah.
nobody else is talking about.
Yeah.
So I think him posting and me immediately
Hey,
like,
we'll be the champion.
"Oh fuck yeah, we will." And
Champion
it's
them.
been really cool.
Is this like medieval times? Can we be your champion?
They also
Yes.
so this is only
And when we win, that's the ruling.
this is only
God's will.
this is only 14.5%.
only.
That's all this is.
Yeah.
But I say that because their
Bitch beer.
their anniversary ale was 2 years ago. Well, it'll be 2 years ago. This anniversary was 21. They've now beat that with their own beer 3 times, including the 11-year anniversary, and then 2 more times since.
Yeah.
They always anniversary ale beats whatever the highest ever in Colorado was, which is them.
Yep.
While the number 2 in Colorado almost every year is
It's a collab.
Burns Family Artisan Ales, either a collab or just their own, depending on their moods.
Yeah.
They love to collab, but Burns also just loves.
All right. So
It's a
I'm
fun place to
noticing
go.
a trend. When we go
Yes.
to Colorado,
We get drunk on high ABV beer,
the places that are our favorite are the highest ABV beers.
but
We have a type.
All right, that's
but
fair.
but some of our not favorite beers, but some of the most impressed beers we've come away with at River North have been the left side of the menu. We love their
How would you
lagers.
explain the left side of the menu?
We
for me?
enjoyed so the way River
Okay.
well, that's what I started to do, but.
Yeah.
What we are impressed with, so they set up their main tap room, the brewery. Left side is either lighter beers or non-barrel beers, depending on what's up. And then the right side's almost always big, heavy barrel-aged beers or big ABV beers. Left side is Pilsners, lagers, IPAs, Blondes, saisons. They grew up doing basically saisons and shit like that. That's what the left side is. Right side is barrel aged stouts, barrel aged porters, barrel aged barley wines, barley wines, Belgians. The biggest. What is it? The shit. I forget what they describe that one as, but moderate golden ale or something like that. Like modest golden ale, and it's usually like anywhere between 18 and 20%.
That's modest.
And
That is modest.
we went through and we've tested brown ales, red ales are on the left. We've gone through and tested pretty much everything they make. We've only found one beer we truly hated. A couple beers that were just, okay. But even their low stuff, like ABV by low, I mean low ABV, is
Listen, you guys have watched
stupid.
long enough. You know we love River North. So.
I can't wait to drink more of this though.
Yeah, I already had this sip, and it's just pleasant. It's wonderful.
This is what I
It
think the
smells
last beer
very
wanted to be.
coffee.
I think this is what the last beer wanted to be.
But it doesn't, like, I'm not a coffee guy. That's why I was dreading tonight. And yet, this smells very coffee. And I was like, oh man, this is going to be green. Am I going to get green pepper out of it? No, it's just good.
In all fairness,
It's more just aromatic. I mean, there's very little coffee in the flavor. Like definitely not
No, it's
strong.
there, but it's
there, but
not-
it's not like I said, it's not roasty. It's not strong. It's not green. Like
Yeah.
it's a light drinkable coffee, but you're getting a lot on the nose.
Yeah.
And at 14%, that drinks really smoothly at 14. Like
Does.
you drink a volumeability. Yeah,
drink of volubility.
that.
Like, it's not one that I'm going to drink nonstop and be like, I'm not going to rave about this one. But saving grace for tonight, oh, thank God.
I kind of am though. Like as smooth as this drinks, and it's still got a pleasant taste to it, and a smooth 14. Like this is hitting on all their cylinders, man. This is like them doing a good beer very well. It's not like their best thing, but I really am enjoying this one.
So it's them being themselves.
Yeah.
Do a good beer really well.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think I'd rate this one first.
Something like that.
Do you have any other notes before I go?
Yeah. So the big thing for me,
Thanks for asking. Yes, I do.
the big thing for me is how smooth it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So it's a creamy beer.
I was gonna say it's
a smoothie
creamy,
beer.
like it's got a nice body.
The one knockdown, especially John hits every time with River North Stouts, is their thinner body. Still am confused how they do the ABV they do with the body they do. I will never understand. And they're tested. We've actually met one of the Kim guys.
Yeah.
And it's a third party Kim guy. Like I will never understand how they do what they do.
Wizardry. Or like devil deals. Like I mean,
Both.
there must be out of souls
I
back
feel
there.
like it takes both to get done what they do.
Yeah.
But this is a heavier body than a lot of their stouts.
It is. I'm now. Yeah.
It's a heavier, creamier body. The coffee is a very pleasant, non-bitter, just coffee feel.
Coffee. Yep.
This is, I'm telling you, I think I'm more impressed with it than you are by far, and I'm the coffee guy.
Agreed.
I think so. I think it's a delicious beer. I think it has saved the night for me. I'm not a coffee guy by any means. With that being said, I do enjoy this. I'm going to go ahead and rate it. I'm at 4.25 on this.
Sorry, I'm pulling up the Whiskey Barrel Aged Nightmare Fuel on here. I really like this beer.
Yeah, how wrong are you gonna say that he is, Tyler?
No,
I was between a 4 and 4.25.
In all
but
fairness,
it is a 4.25.
as long as he was over a 4, he wasn't going to get much shit from me.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Now,
I'm
if he'd have
with
been
that.
3.5, he might have got this ridiculously heavy weapon of a bottle opener thrown at his head.
So, with 4 being a seek it out, let me clarify. Like, yes, I don't like coffee beers. So, I would seek this one out. I'd be like, oh, that's a coffee beer. And you know what? If I want a good coffee beer, I'm going to choose this one.
2 things real quick as I score. 1, much scarier weapon, despite the fact that you don't think it is, than the blade. Trust me.
Yeah.
And this is what he got hit with if it was under a 4.
No chance.
For me, I'm extremely impressed. I'm giving it a 4.75.
Okay.
Mostly because your weakness is normally something I overlook because of flavor. not only was the flavor really good, but that body brought up a maybe 4.5 score for me. That body brought it to a 4.75.
Ordered it very well.
Very impressed. 4.75 for me.
I painfully
He agrees with me. That's
must
funny.
agree with Tyler.
Wow.
This is just not quite enough for the 5 because I was like 4.75 or 5. I was debating. I was like, it's just not quite a 5, but it's close. It's the body and the smoothness and the creaminess on that drink on this is just so wonderful.
Yeah.
It's just smooth and delicious.
Great label art, too.
Great label art too. Like that's definitely yeah.
4 out of 7 beers were coffee. Most of the beers were fucking fantastic label art.
I'm glad you put label art at the end of that sentence.
We ended up with like the weirdest theme on accident.
Yeah.
Because I didn't pick coffee beers on purpose. It makes sense because I was clearing out the fridge of beers that we were worried about that we don't want to bring out for groups or for guests, unless it's Smo, and then we love fucking with Smo.
Yeah. It's fun to fuck with.
But it was a good night. I don't know if I'd say
Question mark?
it was a great night.
It was a weird night.
So
It was a weird night.
I'm gonna pull up our beers for tonight.
Well, he's doing that can art of the night, John.
Ooh, I got you, John. Hold on. Hold on. I'm doing the quick.
Not it. There it is. I like that one a lot.
Matt,
I'm guessing he was going with the Silence of the Lambs looking one.
he was doing with Incendiary. This one.
Okay, that one. It's got orange, so I want to lean that way. That's what I'm going to pick. But I'm going to
Two
get
bitchin' ass swords.
yeah, and a death butterfly above a skull that got ripped out from Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat because that's his finishing move.
See, I'm in.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Awesome.
I do have to give the solid second place. Almost made it. Shout out to the what was the one with the dragon face on it?
That's cool.
The Westie.
Yeah,
The West Hills.
Wayfinder. Yeah, that one almost got it though.
All right. So scores wise, I'm gonna make sure and give you a quick rundown of the scores so you guys
Okay.
know.
Okay.
Threefold Abyss was a 4.25. That is the Westie Pilsner. Rain City Roast, the coffee cream ale was a 3.25. The Frambozen was a 4.5. The Moons of Saturn, the one with the really cool fucking logo, the orange one, was a 3. This is what happens when you find a stranger in the Alps was a 2.25. Big Hugs Imperial Stout was a 2.
Fuck it out the
And
window,
Whiskey Barrel
sir.
Aged Nightmare Fuel was a 4.5.
Beer of the night, Matt.
For 2 reasons, I'm not going to pick my favorite beer of the night, which was the River North, because that was a late minute add-in, and it's River North, so, we kind of expect to really like those here. It's not surprising.
Well, it was added in for that reason.
Yeah. So I'm not going to pick it for both those reasons, but I am going to go with the Wayfinder West Coast Lager.
Pilsner.
Pilsner. I almost had it. That one, I was really surprised by that. Like, I thought I was going to hate it as soon as I heard West Coast, and it was actually a really interesting flavor, and I thought it worked.
So oftentimes, I don't choose my favorite beer of the night for the beer of the night. I like that one. I think that one stood out. I think that one was unique. But the Frambozen was, I expected well from them, and I got more.
And I understand that 100%.
And because it just took my high expectations and surpassed them to that level, like, that is my beer of the night.
Couple things. Beer of the night for me, I have to, as Matt said it earlier, regretfully agree. The West Coast Pilsner was unbelievable.
That would be number 2 for me. So.
That shocked me. It wasn't my highest rated, I don't think, but it was a fantastic beer. The other thing is, again, from Jim, and I know, guys, we've talked about Jim and Mindy a lot, but
you know what? They're interacting, and that's what we love about the show.
You send me information, I'm happy to help. So they had fun tonight doing their board. Not my preference, as he said, but they even tried big gulps for the first time. Like,
nice.
While tasting.
I love it.
It was their first big
Let's
gulps
go.
while tasting.
Let's go.
Also, he thinks thinks I was spot on with the description of what a White Russian should have been or should have been called. No marshmallow needed.
Yes.
But he could have never said that. And my favorite part is the fact they tried big gulps while tasting.
Yeah.
And guys, you may not understand.
It is funny and weird because you wouldn't
Smelling,
think it, but it can make a
sipping,
huge difference.
If you do everything that you're supposed to in a taste test,
And smell money
the
swirl.
patented smell or swirl.
there is a lot of flavor there. But a big gulp is different than anything else.
Yeah.
And it's fun to do. It's a fun add-on. So that makes my day that someone watched the show, has heard us talk about big gulps, and did one.
And big gulps.
Guys, seriously, send us stuff.
Thank you, Jim. You're amazing.
Hey, comment first and foremost there on the YouTube or Facebook if Facebook's working.
Yeah, so we get
Today's
Facebook
YouTube
gear.
only, obviously. Comment on YouTube first, but if for some reason you're having troubles commenting or
messages.
you want to give us random information, send it on Instagram, send it on Facebook. Instagram's the best. That is what we will see first during the show. Facebook Meta gives us such weird notifications. We can't always actually read what you send us until like
It's kind of weird.
tomorrow.
Boobs are always good.
Well, of course. So, but yeah, no, give us the information. Tell us what you're doing. If you're drinking along with us, even if you're drinking something different, tell us.
Yeah.
So, today was fun. Wasn't our best beer. Wasn't our worst week. Wasn't our worst week in a while, actually. John,
I had fun.
next week,
Okay.
right? Because you're going out of town in 2 weeks.
Something like
3
that.
weeks?
Right? Because it's 9
About three.
11.
About three.
3. My bad. 3
Yeah.
weeks. So next week, we're set up. We're going to set up a pretty good beer day. But, excuse me, that's the Monday following our biggest event of the year.
Yeah.
How conscious do you think we'll still be by Monday?
I think we'll be fine.
Well, Sunday
Sunday we
typically
typically have a very good big breakfast.
Sunday, we have a great breakfast.
That's
Yeah.
a Mexican breakfast place.
the buffet.
I still don't understand that place, but
It's amazing.
You don't need to.
the turnover is still one of the... There's no wait, and it's packed.
They're they're awesome.
I
wish I remembered the name of
They
the
also
place.
usher your ass out of there, though.
They do.
Your food is done. They're like, hey, you ready to pay? Hey, let me clear
Let's
this
go.
entire table in front of you.
Yeah.
But you can also get breakfast cocktails, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's not
Which
Blood
all of us
mimosas.
always do.
Oh, absolutely.
Because we want to murder ourselves.
Yeah. Well.
I'm excited, though. If you're going to Hops and Coaster Drops, look us up. Guys, we will be in the campgrounds. Come party with us. Free beer. You do have to do the grab cooler, but free beer.
Relax.
Cooler roulette.
Cooler roulette, still my favorite thing we've ever done.
And Friday is Hawaiian night.
Yeah.
Hawaiian
Shirt
shirt
night.
night.
We're straight up Hawaiiing that shit up Friday night. Make sure you join us.
Bring some tikis.
If you show up with a tiki, I'll give you a tiki or Hawaiian shirt.
Let's
you
go.
get
Let's
2.
go. Yep.
You'll get
Two
2
putbacks?
putbacks
Two
in the
putbacks.
cooler.
That's a huge
generous.
advantage.
That's a huge
Huge
advantage.
advantage.
And if you don't use it but come back Saturday, we'll still let those
still-
roll
still
over.
on
Hey,
too.
it's a rollover because it's one for a weekend. But if you show up Friday with Hawaiian theme anything,
Yeah.
shirt, leis, tiki torches, you bring a
Grass
flamingo.
skirt. Coconut bra.
Yeah, there's a lot of things, as long as it's Hawaiian themed, you'll get 2 putbacks, and if you don't use them both,
Guys,
they'll
that's
roll
such a
over.
huge advantage.
It really is, because even we get one.
I like this rule.
Even we get one,
I like this rule.
and it's a regretful
Do we get
thing.
2 if we're wearing shirts?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, but you better bring one. Better wear it, because, otherwise, we only get one normally, and that's a regretful
I've got
thing.
plenty of Hawaiian shirts. I might have one for both nights. And
Nope.
the event.
Friday night's Hawaiian night. It's the only one that matters.
That's fair. I can still wear Hawaiian shirts Saturday night.
Well, fair. But we love you guys. We can't wait. If
It's
you're gonna-
$20. I might buy a second one
If
too.
you're gonna be at Hops and Coaster Drops, we are gonna have way too much fucking fun.
Hell yeah.
I'm TBG_Hops guy,
My dog B&Q.
and behind the camera.
I'll scream that.
Thank you to all our sponsors. Thank you to all our friends. Check out our Patreon because damn it, we're giving away some free shit.
Let's go.
Later, y'all.
That was a great hour 1.
Here's a recent clip.
From Two Bearded Guys, Drunken Movie Review.
I had 2 malls in my hometown.